everybody, and welcome to the streets of Detroit. No longer in the Belle-Isle circuit, we are back literally where Detroit racing began. This is the same venue where in the 1980s Formula One held their mark as well. We're on a modified circuit, so modified in fact that the only part of the track that's the same is the last sector alongside the lake here as well, the Detroit River. But we're all getting set for what's going to be a great one. We'll go through quickly our commentary team as well. Alongside me in the box is Josh T and Obi's in the pit lane as well. And Josh, qualifying yesterday, it's going to be a lot more interesting, hopefully, as well. Alex Palou, 2 poles running, but Newgarden starts in 5th.
Yeah, Newgarden starts in 5th indeed. Hello, everybody. Newgarden, if he wins today, will do the double for the first time since 2000, so winning the Indy 500 and then winning the event immediately after it.
Yeah, there's a lot to go forward as well. There's a lot to chance as well. Palou starts first, McLaughlin is second as well, but it's Newgarden starting in 3rd. That's got all of the attention. It's our last race of the day here on JB Motorsports as well, and it's a big one. The Detroit Grand Prix looks to be exciting. Let's hear from our pole sitter, Alex Palou. He's with Marty.
Why has this track been such a challenge for the drivers all weekend long?
I mean, it's really bumpy, it's really tight, but I mean, it's a good challenge, obviously. Had a lot of fun during qualifying. Let's see how it is now in the race. Hopefully there's not too much drama, but yeah, hopefully you can stay up front all day. We know it's 100 laps, so a lot of things can happen.
Alex, the team spent the entire month of May just worried about the Indy 500. After that race, how quickly does the attention turn to the championship, which you've won before?
Oh yeah, I mean, the big goal, the first goal that we have each year, it's the Indy 500 for everybody. But the CGR team, they put a lot of effort on that race. But as soon as the race is over, they just switch and they focus on the championship because it's the other goal that we have. So yeah, it's been great. We had an amazing car all weekend here at Detroit, which is pretty impressive. New track, as you said, back-to-back after Indy. So hopefully you can finish out strong and give them as a present the reward that they deserve.
Hard to believe, just his 3rd career pole, but 2 of them have come in the last 2 races, Diff.
Marty, he is on a roll, and I don't think we could ask for a better front row, frankly, because we've got 2 of IndyCar's newer stars in Alex Palou and Scott McLaughlin. McLaughlin, Hench, is a street course specialist. What are we going to get from the front row?
Well, look, guys, momentum is real, and Alex Palou is definitely on a roll right now, winning the GP, pole at the 500, nice comeback drive to 4th at Indy, and then pole here again. He is definitely rolling really nice, but the man beside him right there, Scott McLaughlin, he was furious that he did not get pole position. Look at this frustration when he told he was P2 in qualifying, pounding the wheel, but he's been on pole in street courses before, he's won on street courses before, and in warm-up this morning, there was nobody passing more cars than Scott McLaughlin, so I think he has got his eyes on getting by the 1 car starting in front of him.
Townsend, even though we're here in Detroit, naturally we're still talking a lot about the Indianapolis 500 just 7 days ago, and late in that race, we saw an incident involving Pato O'Ward and Marcus Ericsson, and some pretty spirited words. Are these 2 going to find each other today on track?
Well, you've got Ericsson starting 6th, O'Ward starting 10th today, but they were nose to tail at Indy last Sunday. O'Ward once again going for it on Ericsson. This time he ended up in the fence, and he was furious at Marcus Ericsson. Could that frustration carry to today? Let's listen.
Hold on.
I was way too nice. I'll be sure that he comes with me next time.
So coming with you next time. Those are fighting words from the young Mexican who's aggressive. He's got probably the fastest hands in this series. He's going to be electrifying to watch in just a few minutes.
And we'll highlight that for you. And one of the reasons why he was so mad is he wanted to be in the position of Joseph Newgarden. That is, in victory lane, winner's circle, drinking the milk. It was quite the day. In fact, it's been quite the week for Newgarden. Joseph Newgarden finally wins the Indianapolis 500.
I wanted to win it so bad. I knew we could. I knew we were capable. I made it, baby. This is the big time. I'm all dressed up and ready to go. Gonna shout out loud 'cause I want you to know that I'm living life.
It's the 500. It stands alone.
This is very cool, but I don't like heights.
Necessary stop.
I made it, baby. This is
busy week like that, all the media obligations you had and everything, how do you focus back on racing?
I've been trying to build all weekend, I feel like. You know, I showed up on Thursday and I was personally in rough shape. I'm not built for a big media tour after the Indy 500, but it's a good problem to have. You know, it's been amazing, you know, representing what that race is all about, and, you know, to win it has been so special. But I've been building from Thursday. I feel like I was better yesterday, and I'm hopefully a little bit better today, but it's going to be a long race, and we've got to be prepared with the Hitachi car. I think Team Chevy's done a great job. This is our hometown right here for Team Penske, so definitely want to show out.
It has been 23 years since someone won the 500 and the next race. What gives you confidence you can pull that off today?
Well, my team, I always believe we can win any race, so I have that same confidence coming into today. It will not be easy, trust me. And I think today could be chaotic. It's a typical street course event, but I'm excited for it. You know, things could turn our way.
He mentions his Team Penske's hometown, so he won at the boss's track last week, trying to win in the boss's hometown today.
We'll see what he can do, Marty, and there is the boss. There is the captain. That's Roger Penske, has been incredibly busy. He's very proud of his team on what they have put together here on these downtown streets of Detroit, a city that is so important to him. But Townsend, the Indy 500, the build-up, what happens in the race, and then if you are that one who wins like Newgarden, the euphoria doesn't just end after you drink the milk, it carries on. And people have been talking for decades about the Indy 500 hangover. Is it true? Is it real?
Oh, you bet it's true. I mean, listen, you're drinking milk in Victory Circle on Sunday afternoon, but you're drinking a whole lot more than that with your team on Sunday night, and the party continues all week, and you don't necessarily want it to happen. You saw Newgarden going all over the country promoting that win, but if I had to pick a driver that's capable of responding the next weekend, it's Joseph Newgarden. He knows how to bounce back.
Hinch, has been a long time since someone's won the Indy 500 and the following race.
Yeah, you heard Brody say it. 23 years since Montoya did it. It was Milwaukee back then. This is a different physical challenge with the nature of the street circuit, with the heat, the humidity, so it is tough, but I'm with Townsend. If there's one driver that can do it in this field, it's that guy right there, Joseph Newgarden.
With a revised /fresh /new circuit here in the downtown streets of Detroit. Look at that! Flavor Flav is even in the house with willpower. He's getting everybody revved up. There are so many things going on, so many great places to watch from. Begs the question, where do we find Dave Burns?
Hey, Lee, check this out. Okay, we're in the Motor City, so I think it's okay that I'm on top of a parking garage. I'm actually on the Franklin garage at the corner of Atwater and Renaissance. That means we are in the track, and I'm down here with a great view. My friends have showed me. This is Amy, and this is Ryan, and this is Ben. Now, Amy is a big Kirkwood fan, so she's hoping to see the 27 car do really well here today. Here's the point. They can look and see turns 5, turn 6, and turn 7, which is important because 7 leads onto that long straight. That's a great passing zone down there at the end. And when the organizers put this event together, they wanted to make sure places like this were accessible to anybody free of charge. They walked up here. They didn't pay any extra to get up here. They've got some food they can buy. They've got a great view of the racetrack, and they've got a great view of the Detroit River and, oh, Canada.
Good stuff, Dave. We'll get Hinch to comment on that a little bit later. There has been so much build-up to the return to the streets here in Detroit, in the Motor City. So appropriately, it's time to crank it up with the pre-race ceremonies.
Okay, it's time then for the invocation.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as the U.S. Army Garrison Detroit Arsenal Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing as Senior Pastor of Second Ebenezer Church, Bishop Edgar Van, offers today's invocation.
May we pray. Dear God, we come before you today with grateful hearts, thanking you for the thrill of speed and the passion for racing that brings us together for this Grand Prix event. We ask for your blessings and your guidance as we embark upon this exciting race. We ask, oh God, that you protect the drivers, their teams, and make them safe as they push themselves to the limits of their abilities. May your presence be felt throughout this event. May all who participate and spectate feel your love and grace. We ask all of these blessings in your name. Amen.
Here to perform the Canadian and United States national anthem are members of the Season 14 America's Got Talent runners-up, the Detroit Youth Choir.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land. True patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And now the American National Anthem. The flight past begins as the Canadian and American national anthems
It
are
is
sung.
almost time to race on the city streets of Detroit.
And that is coming up next here as we look at our full starting grid for this round of the championship. Alex Palou on pole position with Scott McLaughlin, Romain Grosjean, Scott Dixon, Joseph Newgarden completing out the top 5. Let's take a quick look then at the standings coming into this event as well. Alex Palou leading on 219 points. Marcus Ericsson is 20 back on 199. Pato O'Ward is 185. Joseph Newgarden on 182 as well. Scott Dixon has 162, Scott McLaughlin 149, Alexander Rossi 145, and Romain Grosjean in 8th, he has 139. Scrolling further down as well to Will Power below, we see 131 for Power. Colton Herta rounds out the top 10 on 130. Christian Lundgaard has 122. Then we get Kyle Kirkwood on 113, exactly the same as Felix Rosenquist. Callum Ilott is on 111, 96 for Santino Ferrucci, the same as Venus Vique. Graham Rahal there on 94. Scroll up as well. David Malukas has 84 with Marcus Armstrong on 77. Connor Daly's on 73. Helio Cashin-Evans on 69. Jack Harvey, he has 65. Devlin DiFrancesco on 63. Augustin Canapino on 61. Simon Pagenaud is only on 55 as well. Benjamin Pedersen has 51 as well. Scrolling further up on the timing sheets as well to our last page positions as well with Stingray Robb on 47. 37 for Takuma Sato. Ed Carpenter 27. Ryan Hunter Ray on 20, Tony Kanaan 18, Marco Andretti 13, Alcy Anderson 5, the same as Catherine Legg. Taking as well at the moment on what we now see in terms of the schedule so far this year. We completed the Firestone Grand Prix. The winner of that was Marcus Armstrong as well. The PG 375 at Texas. That went to Joseph Newgarden. Grand Prix at Long Beach as well by Acura went to Carl Kirkwood. Children's Grand Prix of Alabama at IndyCar went to Scott McLaughlin. The GMR Grand Prix at Indianapolis' road course, that went to Alex Palou. Look at that though. The top dollar bill, the 107th running of the Indianapolis 500 went to Joseph Newgarden as well. Looking ahead then to this weekend and our upcoming races, we're here at the Detroit Chevrolet Grand Prix in Michigan. On July 18th, we're at the Road America Grand Prix. Jess and Tom Dillon taking you through that one as well. Then we get the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio. That is on July the 2nd. On July 16th, the Peacock exclusive race, the Honda IndyCar Toronto race as well. We'll be broadcasting that live here on JB Motorsports. So set your alarms for that. Then, of course, on July 22nd and 23rd, the doubleheader at, of course, Iowa. The Hy-Vee Homefront 250, and then the next day, the Hy-Vee One-Step 250 to make 500 miles. Then the tail end of the season as well. We're on August 6th. We're back to the Music City in Nashville, Tennessee. Big Machine Music City Grand Prix on August the 6th. August the 12th, it's the Gallagher Grand Prix, our second on the IndyCar road course. The Bob Morano Automotive Group 500 in Illinois is on August 27th. September 3rd takes us to the Grand Prix of Portland. September 10th takes us to the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey. But just taking a look then at the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix and some of the factors we've got coming in here as well. 1.64 miles, 100 laps ahead of us as well, and a beautiful city coming into it as well. Wonder who's going to take the top honours. Let's hand you back over to NBC as the cars are getting ready for the command.
Of course, aren't in the NTT IndyCar Series. But James Hinchcliffe here on the streets of Detroit, are we expecting chaos? We talk about cautions breeding cautions. Are we going to see chaos today?
Well, look, I think the truth is we don't know what to expect. We haven't raced here before yet, guys, but a sports car race did happen here yesterday, and there was some pretty spectacular action down into turn 3, which is where we're starting the race in the IndyCar Series. Look at that, up and over. That is some pretty dramatic stuff, and you got to think with 27 Indy cars barreling into this corner for the start of this race, there's a very high probability we're going to see some action, we're going to see some carnage, we're going to see some cautions.
Might not be the only place we see action, Townsend. We're standing in the middle of a split, a 2-lane pit road.
Yeah, how's this going to work out? I don't think we have any idea, but let's call it a zipper. You've got two sides coming together. You're going to start on a section that's as wide as a runway and funnel down to a section that's as narrow as an alleyway. It's going to be fascinating to watch. We've never seen anything like this before in IndyCar, and as 27 cars blend, especially if there's one of those cautions and everybody pits at once, it's going to get cray-cray.
And we will explain it more during the broadcast. This is going to be a fun afternoon here in the Motor City. Detroit has never looked better, and we are ready to go. IndyCar racing in Detroit.
Okay, let's get the thoughts in of Sky Sports' Tom Gabor as well, who'll be filling in some of the blanks and helping us out in the broadcast today. He's down at Sky Race Control as well in London.
Don't forget, those of you that are watching at home, you can join us also on Twitter. We've got a fabulous community online, and anybody who's got any questions, you can tweet in at Tom Gabor using the Sky IndyCar hashtag. Rick has got in touch saying, just join the coverage. Why 2 anthems at the start? Well, this happens a lot at Michigan Speedway and also for the hockey and the NBA games as well. The Canadian national anthem sung at any event where there are a substantial number of Canadian citizens present or involved or nearby. Don't forget, we're not too far from the Windsor, Ontario area of Canada, so that's a question I get asked every year. Another thing to bear in mind for this street track is we're back to having to run 2 compounds of tyres. So we'll have the black primary compound, which is the harder tyre. You'll hear the commentators talking a lot about the primaries, and then you'll have the alternate, which is red sometimes or green. Today it's green, don't get confused, stick with me. That's the new Waioli rubber that we're going to be running at all 5 of the street courses for the alternate tyre, and that's part of IndyCar's commitment to sustainability. It's a sidewall that's made exclusively from rubber derived from the Waioli woody desert shrub grown on the company's own farm in Eloy, Arizona. So you'll hear the commentators talk a lot about the primary and the alternate tyres. The big question mark here is around the tyres. Can that alternate tyre make it the 35 laps that we think the fuel window is going to be? Now, we say we think. We've had so much interrupted running in practice and qualifying. The teams are just unsighted. They haven't had enough time on the tyres to look at how long they're going to go and really calculate what the fuel mileage is going to be like. So there's going to be a few question marks, and I think people will be cautious at the beginning, but we think that the fuel window will be around 35 laps. But I don't know if the alternate tyre is going to go that fast. It's going to give the drivers and the teams a big headache. A lot of the runners starting on that green sidewall tyre as well. There are a few on the primary black sidewall tyre. I'll run through that when we get a chance.
Ready to go then here at Belle Isle for the session of the 100 lap race. We'll have a new lap counter that we had at the 500 as well, so we'll switch between counting down and counting out, but the command is about to be given. Josh T's got a voice on at the moment, and then we've got Synthel as well watching on in the chat. I know he might be dropping in during caution periods, but Omi's going to be providing us with all the information, but it's time for the command.
This is the greatest.
Well, we'll just meet that as they look going back to what happened. So, Omi, coming to you quickly as well. What are you looking forward to? We've had a great day of racing so far, a great Grand Prix at Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix. What are you expecting here in Detroit?
I guess more action, and yeah, the Indy 500 last time out was thrilling. It's been a great day of action, as we've said. So IndyCar better not let us down, and I don't think it will. I think we're going to be getting a lot of action coming our way. So I'm going to go for Palau to win this one.
Oh, okay. Palau from pole position, that could be something as well. Okay, well, we're going to have time to run it as well before the command is given. You're looking at the starting grid as well, so you can see what I can see with the runners and riders coming through. And we're hoping that we're going to adjust some of the things that have been going wrong with it, because we can see it, and I know you can see it as well in terms of the teams. Let's head back over to NBC.
Streets here in Detroit, so let's go trackside for the command to get things going.
Race fans around the world, and here in Detroit, it's time for the most famous words in motorsport. Here to give the command, please welcome GM Vice President, Global Hardware Components and Subsystems, Michelle Gardner.
Drivers, start your engines!
The command is given, the engines fire, and 100 laps of the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix is about to get underway here alongside the Detroit River. No longer on Belle Isle, we're at the Detroit River. And what is this going to bring? Let's take a look then at the starting grid for this one. Pole position for Alexander Rossi. Scott McLaughlin, well, he lines up second. On third place for Romain Grosjean. Look at that, Scott Dixon takes fourth, Joseph Newgarden is fifth, Marcus Ericsson is in sixth position, Will Power seventh, Simon Pagenaud is in eighth as well, ninth for Felix Rosenquist, 10th for Pato O'Ward. Marcus Armstrong is 11th, alongside him Carl Kirkland, Alexander Rossi, Venus Vrique and Connor Daly, then Callum Milot, Devlin Di Francesco, Christian Lundgaard, Benjamin Pedersen, Augustine Canapino, a fan favourite for everyone here, is starting 20th, David Malukas 21st, Santino Ferrucci is 22nd, 23rd Helio Castroneves, 24th for Colton Herta, Jack Harvey's 25th, Stingray Robb 26th, and Graham Rahal lines up 27th as the cars begin to head out onto the track. We'll have the ability as well to see some cameras as the cars head out there on the circuit. We've got Scott McLaughlin on an onboard camera as well that we can follow, and we'll see all of his telemetry data and onboard cameras as well throughout the race as well. 150 seconds left to push to pass. We're able to see everything throughout this race as well, so you are not going to be missing a moment of this event. Let's head down and get all the thoughts.
This is the
race.
chalet imported from the Waste Management Open, the 16th hole of the PGA Tour's most famous party zone. It's maybe a little bit more subdued in here today, but what a place to see with all the amenities going on right above the pit lane, right above the main straightaway. And as Hinch mentioned, this is the most unique pit lane we've ever seen. So it's a hard 90-degree turn, 40 miles per hour, even slower on the right side lane. And then as you funnel through double file, trying to get out might bring chaos. One of the first challenges when we get to that first pit stop of the day. Dave Burns.
And Kevin, of course, the majority of challenges today will be for the drivers. And can Romain Grosjean in this yellow and red car make his first victory lane appearance of his career? He's 37 years old. This is his 37th ever start in IndyCar. Remember, he's finished second 5 times, but he's got a great starting spot. And Marty, the last 3 first-time winners all came on street courses. Perhaps it can be Grosjean today.
Dave, is there a circuit more perfect for Pato O'Ward than the streets of Detroit? Perhaps not. Seat of the pants driving, kind of making it up as you go along. That is Pato O'Ward. He only qualified 10th. He told me I was disappointed in myself. Also, I felt like that was all the car had as well. But he told me also we made the car much better in warm-up this morning. Pato O'Ward, and this onboard diff should be very fun to watch this afternoon.
Well, just coming in as well, I just want to get some comments in from BAL. It says, how on earth will that split pit lane work? Hello, by the way. Hello. We've got no idea. It's going to be so much fun as well to see how it's going to work. And we're head of Sky Sports. I like your screen set up. Don't change a thing. Well, we've got this, but also we've got the Comcam with the same information moved over. So this is what we're on most, and then we'll be splitting between the two. Let's run you through the screens, actually, as well. If I need to talk to you directly to intro and outro the show, we've got a full screen. If you want to take a look at what's happening just on the iPad, well, we've got it too. We're seeing some onboard angles as well of people throughout the race. If I want to talk to the boys up in the box, it's this button with Josh T and Omi as well, with all the information from race control, a lap counter, as well as a flag counter at the top and the bottom. If it goes green, it's green. If it's yellow, it's yellow. If it's red, well, we're all in trouble. Driver counter on the side as well. That updates every sector. And a wonderful driver tracker as well in operation that you are absolutely going to enjoy. Coming through as well, button 5 and 6 end the stream as well, but button number 8, full-on timing screen. If you see this, you know there's a problem that we need to look at as well in terms of tyres, push to pass, sector times, whatever as well. Or we just need a break because we're doing something with the battle screen. The battle screen shows us with the information that we just saw on the screen, but condensed down. So we see laps, tyres, to push to pass, best lap, last lap, how many times they've come into the pit lane galore as well. And it also shows us our driver tracker and all the coming into the pit lane as well. Also available to us if we have a red flag or anything, TweetDeck. So you get all your information in and you'll be able to see that. Say we go down to an interview, the race is stopped and we've got no one on the track, we have got it coming in as well on the TweetDeck. So Josh T, the voice down there as well in the commentary box. Can you hear me? Oh, never mind. He might have his camera back on. Might have just given him enough time to have some lunch before the green flag comes back in. So we'll go to Omi while Josh gets set up. Omi, what are you anticipating then as the cars are out there? Brand new circuit. There's Josh T. Hello. Brand new circuit for IndyCar. It looks absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it absolutely does bother me. I think we've lost pictures up here in the box as well.
What,
but,
for you?
yeah.
Have we lost what? Have we lost pictures? I've got pictures.
I can see it perfectly.
Oh, right, okay, I'll sort that out in a second then. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm just going to quickly now sort this out.
Here we go. We're coming to the green flag. The pace car has gone in. The green flag will be given down Jefferson Avenue. And the Detroit Grand Prix is moments away as they will come out of the last corner. They'll have to form up 2 by 2. Otherwise, it's going to be waved off. Out the last corner, it's a little bit too slow. Here comes Palou. They're going for it. Are we green? Are we green? We've got a yellow out at the moment. They're bunched up a little bit too much. No, the field's too spread out. They're going to wave this off. They're going to wave this off, and they have done. The yellow flag, is it out? Yeah, yellow's out. They've waved it off. That's a disappointment. That's a disappointment. They've waved off the start. So it'll be 99 laps in total. It just wasn't close enough, was it, Justin? It was just too spread out. So the full course cautions come out already. They can't get it right at the last corner.
It's a very tight circuit, but have they forgotten how to do 2 by 2? Because they've done it at circuits before where they've had to come out of the final corner and go 2 by 2.
Tighter circuits as well, really tight circuits. This is why. So look, the field, Palou had started accelerating a bit too quickly, and the field couldn't catch up. So it's a similar thing to what we saw at the Indy 500 a week ago, where we came to the restart after the red flag, and it just wasn't there. So waved off, I'm afraid, at the moment on this one. And yes, we will always be showing the timing counter. We never, ever, ever, ever turn the timing tower off as well. Just trying to have a look and see if our browser is working. Yes, it is. Browser's working with lap counters. Here we go then. Yellow flag is going to come in, and we're hopefully going to get started on what officially will be the second lap of the event. Are we green this time around? There's the pit exit. Palou coming through. Well, we're on the border between Canada and the United States. Detroit is the Motor City. We're back, no longer on Belle Isle, in the heart of Motown. The green flag is in the air. The cars are much better lined up. For the first time since 1980s, racing in the heart of Detroit is now green flag, race on, and it's a great start for Palou as we head down towards turn number 1. Scott Dixon's trying to come up the inside as well. McLaughlin keeping second. Oh, look at that from Grosjean. He's getting a little tap. Oh, a big one in the air, and that's Kyle Milot. He's riding Kyle Kirkwood, and into the wall goes Ilott to bring out the full course caution immediately. Oh, it was always going to happen, and it's getting tight as well as the caution's still not adjusting yet. Now it comes out, and the drivers have to back up. Oh, a terrible start for Callum Milot. He's over the top of Kyle Kirkwood.
Well, that can be clipped.
Double.
Caution out on lap 2 of 100. Technically lap 1 of 100, but it has to be counted the first lap, but 99 lap under green. Not the case. Callum Milot looks like he's
out.
Okay
Yeah.
in the 77.
He's okay, but he's out. Unfortunately, they can't even get through one lap.
One corner.
Yeah, not even one corner. Yellow's out again.
Do you think NBC jinxed it by going to that very, very, very dedicated Kyle Kirkwood fan?
Yes, I think they did. So Kirkwood's out. So we'll do this again. He's in the pit lane. Let's go down pit road.
Going to lose that mid-pack start position all the way into the back. They've not changed the Firestones at this point. You just heard Brian Herta talking to him, former IndyCar race winner strategist, telling him we got some time.
Let's have a look at what transpired between Callum Ilott, Kyle Kirkwood. Look in that second, that higher line.
Yeah, well, I saw the signs on in the background, and this is certainly seeing the sign, isn't it, Josh, coming through into the braking zone. It's a great restart. And then Dixon hit the back of McLaughlin, and then Ilott just completely misjudged the braking zone and went right over the top.
Yeah, well, I mean, the last time we had an airborne car on a street circuit was St. Pete, and, well, we had two. We had one on lap 1 and one in the middle to the end of the race, so could we have another airborne if we were to keep 2 in one street course?
Could be as well. Could be. But right now we're just under the yellow flag once again, so the caution has come out. It hasn't really changed much at the front. It's Palou leading with Grosjean in second place. Third for Scotty Mack. Fourth is Ericsson. Fifth is Dixon. Sixth Power. Seventh on the run as well as Newgarden. Eighth Rosenquist. Ninth Pagenaud. And 10th for Pato O'Ward as well, as we look on the battle screen now as well. Fingers crossed. Josh sent you a DM as they fly through on lap 4. So let's go over to Tom Gamble while NBC have gone to a quick break.
Because if you stay on it, you're sailing to the scene of your own accident anyway. And for Callum Ilott there, it's just very, very unfortunate. Looking down the grid, the only real big mover and shaker in the top 10, Joseph Newgarden, he's lost a couple of places. He's 7th now, having started 5th. Scott Dixon's dropped down. It was Marcus Ericsson who's really moved up from 6th to 4th. And there wasn't really much happening elsewhere apart from Romain Grosjean has got past that man, Scott McLaughlin. But it was a pretty clean start from Alex Palou. And now the car's under caution for the first time here at Detroit. I don't think it will be the last time here either, as we see Callum Ilott stricken, Juncos Hollinger machine being recovered down at the turn 3 hairpin there. Alex Palou leading the field. Behind him is that DHL yellow machine, the Andretti Autosport Honda of Romain Grosjean. He's never won an IndyCar race. Could today be the day? It's 2 Hondas leading that Chevrolet of Scott McLaughlin, the Team Penske car in the backyard of their boss, the captain, of course, from Detroit himself. And they dearly love a win on home soil. Well, let's head back to our NBC team as we look to go green.
Here we go again then. The green flag's going to come out. A few cars diving into the pit lane though, guys. So we might not be going green just yet as the field continue to push around. As this looks, well, it was working until it decided not to. Let's go down. We've got pit stops. Hunter.
Make it out of the first round of qualifying because there was wall contact. They could not repair it to make it there. They started on the alternates. I said, how soon will we see you? To Scott Hunter, the strategist, he said soon. Kevin.
Evelyn D. Francesco, Graham Rahal, Kyle Kirkwood coming back in. He didn't change Firestones the last time. He goes to the primaries and also Shell Fuel and back out.
Yeah, he came in under a closed pit, but that was for emergency service, obviously, because his car was damaged. So he was able to cycle back around, come back in this time for a change of the Firestone Firehawk tyres.
A little benefit here for Kirkwood.
Yeah, this is going to be really fun then as they come in. We've got our Java tracker working. Josh has got a backup version of everything as well, just in case they decide not to work. But I tell you what, Josh, what an amazing start we've had to this race. It has been chaotic, utter chaos, and the field now completely spread up once again. They don't want us to give us a good race. That's 2 cautions. If you remember, I predicted that we were going to have about 7 cautions in the Grid Network show.
Well, we could have another Nashville on our hands. It could be, we could be here for hours. The NASCAR race, which hasn't even started and is very longer, could be longer than this one if we have multiple red flags and that one goes clean. But that's Newgarden getting into the back of Dixon, exit of the first corner, and then getting into the side of Rosenquist, who then locks up.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but could you turn your mic up a bit? Can't believe I'm saying that to you. Usually, yeah, it's usually turned down.
Up?
Yeah, it's usually turned down. Let's see. Joshua Smith says yes. Watching currently from a Le Mans hotel before starting camping tomorrow. Can't find it anywhere on French TV, sadly. Well, we'll be showing the whole race on Watch Along. So yeah, if you want to hop on, we're doing the whole of Le Mans, all the practice, all the qualifying, and I'm in the box for all 24 hours, commentating on the race, and it'll be live here on YouTube. Bal says, are you going to any races soon? Oh, is that Josh Smith? Yeah. Sorry, I saw me and I thought, oh, it's going to be a fun one as they come into it then.
It is Canal Plus in France.
There we go. Weather updates from Dan Perry asking, it's dry at the moment here at Detroit. I mean, what did you make to that chaotic start down there in our pit road area, keeping across things? It was quite chaos, really.
Yeah, it was down there. Very unfortunate for him. But yeah, I'm expecting quite a few cautions as well from by looking at the circuit. It's so tight and twisty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really tight.
Yeah, so I think we could see a lot of cautions. I'm gonna go for more than 7 actually. You went for 7, I'll go for more.
Alright, fine. Coming to the green flag though, once again. What's going to happen this time as we exit the last corner here down Jefferson Avenue? Green flag is out once again, and look at McLaughlin, he's already on the back of Romain Grosjean as we take the green flag across Billion Straight as well. McLaughlin coming to the outside, in towards turn number 1. Grosjean on the inside line defending hard, and further back as well we've got Marcus Ericsson defending from Scott Dixon. Dixon holding around the outside, little tap there. Ericsson to the back of McLaughlin, Powers under attack from his teammate Joseph Newgarden, and Dixon's on the inside, getting through on Marcus Ericsson. Great job there. Newgarden's dropped back a couple of places. That timing time needs correcting. There we go. Pelot, Grosjean, McLaughlin, Ericsson, Dixon. The top 5. Power, Newgarden, Rosenquist, Pagenaud, O'Ward, the top 10. And then, look at that. Rossi's up to 11th. Look at that. Grosjean now back ahead of McLaughlin. So that didn't work out too long either, it seems, as they fly through. Pelot set the fastest lap of the race so far, 109.501. That's because the finish line here is where the pit lane is, just there. Don't know why the restart zone isn't in the same place as the finish line, or why the start line wasn't the same place and we've moved it. I don't know, nobody knows. But the same part as Formula 1, just in the exit here. Small track, lap times the 69 mark, but yesterday in qualifying, Josh, we saw them on low fuel going to 61.
Yeah, so around 8 seconds off the pace. Pelot still leads for 1.4 second gap now, 1.364 back to Grosjean. But looking good for now, still clean.
Yeah, you've done it now. There was a yellow briefly, but it's gone. It was a local yellow.
didn't say the other C word or the R word or the Q word.
Yes, yeah, I know what those are. They're not the thingies. The calm,
Kirkwood's
the
back
quiet,
out.
and then the others, yeah. Kirkwood's going back in. This track needs to go. It's horrible design, the worst place to hold this race, says Eddie. I'm giving it a go, but personally, I don't see what was wrong with Belle-Isle. We always used to have amazing racing up at the Belle-Isle Street Circuit. Now we've sorted which one seems to be an inferior copy as well. But I'm giving it a go, but I'm agreeing with you so far, Eddie. The racing isn't great. Bal says Scotty Mack in blue this week, just a reminder to myself. Yeah, I keep looking down the field for a bright yellow car. Keep getting stuck when we get to the McLarens as well in Papaya, the closest ones. But McLaughlin in blue, as in Detroit as well. Newgarden defending as well from Rosenquist in 7th position. And there's Marcus Armstrong in 11th, closing in on the back of Alexander Rossi as we come down into the hairpin at turns 3A, 3B and 3C. Swinging back down as well into Woodridge Street. Lap 9 of 100. Lap count at the top of your screen is correct. It's a fantastic new addition we've got. And now it's lap 10. We used to have the counter of 90 laps to go, but I didn't like it. So as soon as we found out the 500, because our lap count at the 500 wasn't working, that we could take it from the IndyCar website. We've got our new lap counter, and we all love it. And we're going to redesign some of the stuff as well coming forward for next year. As they swing down again. And there's, do you know what, Josh? There's no opportunity for overtaking here, but let's just have a quick word now as well with Callum Eilert.
What did you see? What were the options?
I didn't have anywhere to really go, but it's my bad for kind of being a little bit on the late side. I was gaining a bit of time, and they just checked up a little bit more than I anticipated in the last bit, and I wasn't coming with that much more speed, but I just couldn't slow it down on the last part. So sorry to the team and sorry to Kyle, because I didn't help him either, but yeah, on to the next one.
Thanks, Callum.
Callum Eilert's out of the race, unfortunately, as we see on the battle computer at the moment, where everyone is currently running in this race. Alex Palou just keeps on delivering now. Josh with Dadzo 103. No, correction, 102. 912. Palou in clean air. He's monstering this one. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, over 3 seconds gap now, 3.7 the last time. Top 5, Palou, Roson, McLaughlin, Dixon, and Marcus Ericsson. Patro Ward is still in 10th. Luckily, they've got around 5 cars in between them for Ericsson.
Just want to say quickly as well to BAL, if you keep that live track update on every race, I can cancel my Sky Sports and save 20 quid a month. Do so, but we've got another alternative for you. IndyCarLive.com. With IndyCarLive.com, you pay like £2.29 a month. And you get free coverage of every practice, qualifying and warm-up session, and you literally just pay for the race. So that's what? Less than a tenner a year for the races. IndyCarLive.com is a great place to watch it. Josh will put the link in the chat for you as well, BAL, for IndyCar action. And our driver tracker will be on every race, but just a quick one. I'm not commentating on the race will be broadcast at Road America, but I'm at the Montreal race from Formula One, so it's Tom Dillon and Jessica Ball commentating on that race, and they'll have every same bit of data we do, including hopefully driver tracker, because we're going to get that sorted, because Jess has got a fantastic emulator as well. So fingers crossed, all should be good. And if not, Josh, you won't be in Montreal. You'll be in Road America as well.
Or I could be in
both with
one comms box doing the driver tracker on Not Just T.
I know, yeah, thinking the same thing already, my friend. As round the outside now, got Newgarden under pressure for the number 6 of Rosenquist, who was side by side all the way down Jefferson Avenue into turn 3 and just couldn't swing it round the outside. So it's really disappointing to see that this track is not delivering the overtaking opportunities that the others do. There's the link in the chat for IndyCarLive.com. Go and take a look at it as well. As I said, you get free access to practice, qualifying as well, and all the warm-up sessions as well. And you also, I think it's like £2 a month, something like that, a £5 maximum per month. Just take a look at it. It's fantastic as well. It beats £20 a month for the Sky Sports deal as well. And you get to watch IndyCar. I think it's a great deal as well. I'm not sponsored by them either. I just absolutely think it's fantastic. And it's a great way to watch practice and qualifying and the warm-ups live. We've used it this weekend, haven't we, Josh? Because Sky F1 hasn't been showing all the sessions.
Yeah, we used it for practice too.
Yeah, so it's good. So at least just get it for free coverage of practice and qualifying and the warm-ups. They're great. Right, Marcus Ericsson and Will Power coming down as well. Power trying to go around the outside into turn 3. The only opportunity... Oh, he's going to do the dummy. Oh, fantastic move from Power. He switched from the outside to the extreme inside line at turn 3, and Power goes up to 5th position, catching out Marcus Ericsson. You're back with us on NBC. For all our viewers in America who watch along with us, it's the NTT Data IndyCar Series Detroit Grand Prix from, guess it, what? Detroit, Michigan. There's the Detroit River. One side is America, one side is Canada. And we're racing slap bang as well alongside the river on an old F1 layout. This part of the track here, used to be Formula 1 back in the 1980s. That's why the pit lane is located in this area as well. Palou leads on lap 14 of 100, 5.8 seconds back is Romain Grosjean. But don't forget, we're back to the different uses of tyre compound. So it's got the green alternative tyre and the black primary tyre. On every street course we run this year, the red alternate will be the green alternate tyre. On every road course, it'll go back to its normal red alternate runnings. 14 laps in then, and we're seeing Marcus Ericsson being passed by Felix Rosenquist into turn 3. At the same time, O'Ward deals with Newgarden, and now we're seeing Marcus Armstrong in a battle as well. He's gone through on Pagenaud and VK, who's in a battle with Dalian Lundgaard as well. As joining that fight is also in the back, I believe, who's behind it? Augustin Canapino. So this is fantastic action at the moment. Lap 30 normal, and already more passes and better racing than F1. Kyle, were you watching Spain earlier? We were trying to catch our breath in Spain. It was quite a fun race in Barcelona. It was one of the best we've seen in a long time. But this is actually quite okay. We've had a few cautions there thrown into the mix. I mean, you were in the commentary box for F1 with me. What do you rate better at the moment, Detroit or Spain?
Well, definitely Spain.
And that's the Spanish Grand Prix, so you know it was good. Hopefully this one's good, but Palou is doing a Max Verstappen. He's doing an Ash Sutton. If you've been with us on JB Motorsports all day, you'll know Ash Sutton for the British Touring Car Championship. If you're a fan of F1, you know Max Verstappen. But Palou, 6.7 seconds ahead to Romain Grosjean already. And that's since the restart of the caution on lap 4. So he's just getting away nicely. Finish line here is located at the exit as well, coming on to Franklin Street. Literally, all that's had to be closed here, by the way, for the IndyCar is 4 streets. That's it. 4 streets have been closed, and they've created this little racetrack around the original. I must say, though, when Formula 1 raced here in the 1980s, it was on a much better layout. And do you know what, Josh? I think they should bring back that. This is too much of a Formula E layout for IndyCar to race on. I reckon if they want to do Detroit next year, they bring back the full classic F1 layout that they've already got in use here, including that wonderful tunnel. As into the pit lane comes Lundgaard.
Yeah, Lundgaard getting on the black primaries on lap 16. Well, it's a massive funnel, the pit exit. Let's say that. It's crazy, and if everyone pit, it's going to be even more crazy.
Actually, as well, BAL, another place to see onboard cameras as well for free is the IndyCar.com app. In fact, this is it, actually, what we've got here in the commentary box. And if I take a look right now, look, we've got onboard cameras for Romain Grosjean. So he's in P2 at the moment, and there he is, on board with telemetry as well. So that's a live view of Romain's car. And if I'm understanding it, oh no, I thought it was 360 camera, but it's not. But that's a view right now of Romain Grosjean's camera. So that's the kind of action that we can get hold of as well and take a look to. I'm just trying to get our timings back actually to where we need to be. There we go. So yeah, that's all our action and fun. Into the pit lane comes Marcus Ericsson, and he was on the green alternative tyre. In fact, we've got loads in as well. Newgarden, Rossi, O'Ward, Rosenquist, Palou, all decided to come in. Is that correct? Because no, the timing time's wrong. Yeah, it's bugs. It's Stingray Rob who's in as well, alongside Marcus Ericsson as well.
Apparently, they've been in the pit lane for 20 minutes. Yeah,
that's definitely bugs, isn't it? Once again, can't believe I'm saying this. Your mic needs to be up, not down. Joshua Smith says, was Spain better with that?
I've not changed it.
I don't know what's happened. As we see on board, this is the high-vis VK as well. So that's Ericsson under pressure as well. Trying to find out where Ericsson is on the timing tower. He's disappeared off my radar at the moment. Is Santino Ferrucci we're on board with then. So this is over for a 17th position. Ericsson 16th after the pit stop. Well, actually 15th now. Ferrucci is in 16th position. Are we on board with Graham Rahal? The timing towers are not updating. That's part of the action that we need to get enforced. We're on board with Graham Rahal. I've just been told in my ears. As we cut to Scott Dixon and Will Power. Thank you, by the way, for Penske for actually putting the drivers' names on the halos so actually know who's who. Power again! Late move into turn 3, this time on Scott Dixon. And Will Power might be on to win this race, Josh. He's completely flying through it.
Yeah, it is possible. Well, hello. 8.15 seconds in front. This is Matt Verstappen if you've watched F1, Ash Sutton if you watch touring cars, and an Alex Palou if you're watching IndyCar right now. But Santino Ferrucci in 14th. He's got possibly the hardest ever IndyCar pit stop.
And this is Herta and Ferrucci. Here we go. This is what we need to look at. Oi, getting a bit tight there. Herta was pushing Ferrucci as much as he possibly could there, couldn't he? And Ferrucci fought back and said, no, you're not going to dive bomb me around the outside. That's smart, actual defending there from Ferrucci. He's been performing well. Too well for those Europeans who remember how he treated his teammate and how his demeanour was completely obnoxious back in Formula 2. But he has actually changed a bit and he's improving a little bit as well.
Yeah, well, it's time for a mention, I think. Agustin Canapino, 13th.
Wow, great stop for Agustin Canapino as well. In the number 78, teammate, of course, to Callum Ilott, who's out of the race. And I know he's a fan favourite. We always see in the YouTube chat as well. Everybody going for Agustin Canapino. Such a likeable chap as well. Always comes across really sweet in interviews and even in the public when the cameras are on him. Always having a laugh and joke with the mechanics. Never a bad word. He's been such a pleasant entry to the championship in 2023. As we're on board with Will Power once more. He's now chasing down Scott McLaughlin of a 3rd position, and that's a wide angle. That reminds me a bit, you know, where it's the braking zone coming in at St. Petersburg, just past the marina, before we get back into the normal airport section. That is near the control tower. That's what that section's reminding me of before this long straightaway. And Power's on him again, look. NBC have missed every one of his overtakes. McLaughlin's learned, though. He must have had his spotter telling him he's not learned enough. He's done it again. He went to the outside and come back on the inside into turn 3. Will Power is up into 3rd. He's dummied his own teammate. Oh, Power's going to win this one by far. He's looking...
I mean, if he keeps doing that and if the spotters of Grosjean and Palou don't help.
He's looking for Oh, we've lost Josh completely now with volume. Josh?
Weird.
Oh, you're back now. Hello. You were talking, then you just went. So I don't know if you might need to turn your gain up or something on the Discord again. As at the inside, the Auto Nations. I think that's Pagenaud passing VK. No, it's Kirkwood back in the race, passing Malukas. Kirkwood's up to 15th. Kirkwood had no rear wing, and he's passed up into 15th position now. He's passed Colton Herta for 14th. So timing tower's updating. Hang on, correction. Herta's back past him. Cameras keep switching between the Auto Nation of Pagenaud and the Auto Nation of Kirkwood, which are two different teams. There goes Kirkwood up the inside of Pagenaud. Pagenaud with Meyershank Racing, Kirkwood with Andretti, and it gets quite hard to tell. Right on the outside, here comes David Malukas now, getting involved in the fight with Simon Pagenaud. Oh, and Pagenaud nearly touching the wall there at the exit. We've got a mini train forming here further back. And what a surprise, NBC aren't showing us the correct graphics. Kirkwood, then it's Pagenaud, Malukas, David Francesco involved as well. Then Ericsson, Rahal, and Lundgaard in the mold. As Ericsson trying to pull to the inside line as well to the braking zone. He's trying to get ahead of Devlin Di Francesco. Di Francesco does the comeback and comes on the inside line in turn 3 and gets ahead of David Malukas. Oh, spectacular. Spectacular stuff. Devlin Di Francesco, who hit the wall hard in practice too, managed to make it to qualifying, is electrifying in the back of this field, Josh. Fantastic stuff.
Yes, it really is. Look at where Kirkwood is. He is 14th. to say, had no real win.
2 seconds.
At the start of this race.
Power's going around the outside of Romain Grosjean, coming into turn 3. Grosjean has to back out of it. Another move for Power, and the only overtaking opportunity on this track, it looks like. And now Power has got some lap traffic just ahead of him. It's the 51 who's holding his way up as well at the moment. And that's Stingray Rob, who's a lap down. So is Benjamin Pedersen. Go on, Josh, continue. Sorry to cut you off.
I was finished perfect timing, actually.
Oh, okay, fantastic, fantastic. Indeed, what a race this is turning out to be. What an exciting run we're having here. Lap 22 of 100, correction, lap 23 of 100 as Palou crosses the line. He's got 10 seconds to Power. Now, we've had a few pit stops further down, but the top 12 haven't stopped, neither have David Malukas. So they're still closing in. Detroit roads are some of the worst in Michigan. I have to go there for work a lot, says Eddie Jr. Yeah, not great for racing on either. I'd much rather the original layout, but it's IndyCar. They can deal with the bumps. Stingray Rob is defending from Power. Power's attacking. It's like he's practicing for a battle for the lead, but it's blue flag command for Stingray to get out of the way. Go on.
Pain. Capital P, full stop at the end. Charles Leclerc edition. It is blue skies with quite a bit of clouds at the NASCAR race at the Enjoy Illinois 300, and we've gone red for lightning strike, even though it is all white clouds.
You're joking me, right?
No.
Well, hello to everyone on USON then, if you've just picked up with us here as well, because I know Matthew's not going to commentate for that long, and I know he would put us on during the red flag period. So if you are just joining us from USRN, it is lap 24 of 100 as well. We are 1/4 our way through this Grand Prix. We had a trouble at the start with a caution for a wave off because the field couldn't get going. And then at the actual start, we had Callum Ilott right over the top of Kyle Kirkwood. Kirkwood, though, got back up with the new rear wing and now is moving up the field. He's in 14th position and made a great move on Simon Pagenaud as well. And now Grosjean lapping Stingray Rob, and meantime Scott Dixon, who's in 5th position, is under attack from Felix Rosenquist in 6th. In fact, the McLaren's trying to mug him. We've got Rosenquist and O'Ward and Rossi, the 3 McLarens all running a time as Stingray Rob tries to get out of the way. Palou leads by 8.4 seconds to Power, Grosjean, McLaughlin, Dixon, Rosenquist, O'Ward, Rossi, Newgarden, Armstrong is your top 10 here on the board. Hello to Jess. Hi, Jess. You helped us out with broadcasting the Formula 3 races this weekend as I was doing Formula E, and called Touring Cars Race 2. Dixon's into the pit lane. Hello, Jess. Glad to see you all going strong and being as fantastic as ever. Thank you, Jess. And shame you couldn't be with us for the IndyCar broadcast this week, but I know you've got work to do with some... I can't remember what league you're with now. It's either WRL1 Hub Racing. But either way, I hope you're having fun discussing the new calendars. And Maxi says, great feed. Thank you very much. And hopefully everyone's enjoying it, as now we see again Stingray Rob getting lapped by Felix Rosenquist, and the McLaren's going to make small meat of this, I think, Josh. Surely we're coming up to pit stops. We're expecting a 4-stopper, so this is about time. We're 1/4 of the race, 25 of 100.
Yeah, well, it is a possibility. Jack Carvey in the number 30 is the next car to be lapped, who will be lapped shortly as he's 63 seconds behind,
well,
but Palou and Power 7.3 seconds now, so yeah, hopefully the pit stops will spice it up a little bit.
Fingers crossed. And Jess, if you actually do want to come in the box, you're more than welcome. We've got a 4-screen set up as well from when we had Adam join us at, where was it? GMR, the IndyCar road course race. So if you want to hop in, Jess, you're more than welcome to. Camera on or off, it doesn't matter, we can just press the 4-screen button, it all works. As Power now is eating into Palou's 10-second advantage he had, it's now down with 6.9. Now 6.859, so Power is closing. Can he get it? 6.7, it's changing as fast, and it's now visible. There's your pit stop, guy. Look at the green marker. Green marker is the number 10 of Palou. And Power's in 12. So just look at the gap between them and see how much they've got between them. It's one car, and that's Pedersen. So one car separates the 10 of Palou and the 12 of Power, and it's Benjamin Pedersen. That's on our driver tracker up here in the comms box as well. Boy, oh boy, are we in for a good one. This race is going to be electrifying. Up Franklin Drive. Into Franklin Street. And the exit now into Jefferson Avenue. Down towards turn 3 again, which loops all the streets together. If you're at the circuit, by the way, I know people, some people would like to join it in as well. Turn 3 club is there. The Detroit Windsor Tunnel is there. Then it's down Bate Street as well, the only street apart that's named. But of course, Josh, we shouldn't be really too surprised about Willpower here, having this much pace, because he has 12 IndyCar street wins, the most of anybody in the field today.
Yeah, Willpower could do it. Newgarden looking to do back-to-back, the first time since 2000, winning the Indy 500 and then winning the event after. So he's not up there currently, but again, pit stops are soon, I do believe, coming.
Yes, it is. And Jess just points out, I need a break, not going to lie. It's been on it since around 8:45 this morning. May pop in at the end, not sure yet. It's been good there this weekend. It really has, Jess. And I loved having you in the broadcast for everything as well. And yes, it has been a long one. I forget. I'm just running on empty at the moment. I've been up since 2 a.m. UK time. It's now 9:01 p.m. as well. So absolutely fantastic. You need to put the driver's numbers next to the names, though. Okay. Give us a second.
Oh, here we go, the magical work of Joshua Birch. That is the number 11 of Armstrong coming into the pit lane, of course, with Rosenqvist, with Sato doing the Indy 500. Now Armstrong taken over, but that gap has literally blinked and it's gone down by 2 seconds, and that's someone going down the escape road, and it's Grosjean. Grosjean's gone off.
Grosjean is straight into the pit lane as well after the escape road. At least that didn't cause a caution.
And he pits.
Alternatives off pit road.
Sounding very different coming down pit road. You're not sure what that hiss was, but he gets the 4 primaries on the car. Has been stuck behind some lap traffic. That cost him time as well, but that will really cost him time.
All is not lost, but he'll lose several positions. That was lucky. He was able to flip the car around so quick.
Do you know, I don't know why we don't have the numbers on all the time, to be fair. There was some reason that we started it at the beginning of the year because it interfered with the systems, but look at it. It's not interfering with the systems at all. Okay.
A quick 360 for Grosjean. Didn't waste that much time, but did lose a couple of positions, then going down into pit road, which is currently in 13th, but the gap.
Yeah, go on.
Power leads.
Pit road.
Saw Grosjean spin. He was like, all right, that's enough for us. Brings Alex Palou to pit road the next lap. They made it last 29 laps. He led 28 of those
McLaughlin
days onto the primaries now.
Scott McLaughlin also out of the primaries. A little bit of a wait there, but
yeah, so now we're getting the green flag pit stops. They didn't want this. They were hoping that Grosjean might call a caution, but it hasn't happened. So major sort of mistakes happening right now, I think, Josh. And this is what's going to cost them a lot in this race. They can't cost it.
Yeah, it will, but Power leads by 9 seconds. But just saying, I swear, every time I join the chat for IndyCar, Grosjean has a problem.
Well, to be fair, you are a red flag.
Yeah.
Oh, and here it goes around the outside. Dixon making the move for 8th position on McLaughlin, coming around the outside line into the braking zone for turn 3. And he's done it again. Magic Man is striking. He's liking this course and he's liking this runaround. Oh, track map does fail every now and then, though. That's our app causing that. Let's go back onto the battle screen. Yeah, every now and then the driver tracker does switch off because the app decides it wants to kill itself. So all I have to do is this, this, and this, and then voila, it comes back. So really no issue. We have it. There's our driver tracker. Top 5, Power, Rosenqvist, Award, Rossi and Newgarden as we go to a break on NBC. Let's catch up on the chat here. Yeah. That live map is brilliant coming through. Kyle says the pit lane is the only cool part of the track, in my opinion. I miss Belial. I miss it too, Kyle. I miss it too. As well. Lengthen it, and it might be a good circuit with some mods. Well, this track is based on what we raced on in Formula One. It's literally the same course, just with a few tweaks. Bring the F1 layout back, and we've got it. It's golden. Should be good. You need to put the driver numbers next to the drivers' names, and then Bal says, "Now that's what I call customer service." You ask, we can do it. It's easy. We've got loads of things set up here in the commentary box, so we can just easily move it along. In fact, I'm not liking now the spacing between our numbers. So look what I can do with our commentary cameras is it just grab it and just move it on a couple of centimeters. So it's more halfway, so it's a bit more aesthetical. So look, live changes to the broadcast. I keep having YouTube internet service on my phone, but not on my Now TV stick. Oh, brilliant! As well. Eddie says, "Jess, you did a great job." Oh, thank you, Eddie. See, Jess, I told you. Jess was literally livid that she thought she'd done horribly. But everyone said to her, "Jess, you've done brilliantly." Jess, honestly, you have done fantastic this weekend. I can never thank you so much for helping me out in what has been the busiest weekend of the year so far. And with your streaming as well, Josh, as well on the BTCC calls has been brilliant. So yeah, we all get a decent couple of days rest after this, in terms of voice break rests as well. But then we've got to go to Le Mans and cover that as well from our UK studios as well. So that's gonna be fun.
Well, between Tuesday and Thursday, I'll have a dedicated punching bag.
Yes, your back
when
chair,
my
yeah.
new chair comes. But
just show the ladies and gentlemen what has happened to your chair at the moment without breaking your setup as well. Eddie says, "Everyone in here is incredible. I enjoy being here." Well, we enjoy having you here, Eddie, as well. Eddie Jr. as it comes in. Bal says, "How about having a Lego track where you can do stop-go leg and driver incidents?" Can I suggest you take a look at our co-commentator Edward Hunter as well, who does Lego Formula E stop motion. Fantastic server as well. And that's what's happened to Josh T's back of the chair. It's just completely collapsed. So yeah, like Matt Gallagher, you've got that. Although at least you get a recliner. Does it? If you lay on it, is it fine? Don't actually lay on it, because the last thing we need is you hurting yourself.
no, because what you can't see that it goes flat, then it goes up, then it snaps. So it's weird. But it does work very well as a punching bag, because it comes straight back up.
Fantastic. We're back. Oh, hang on 2 seconds. Got to sync this up. Welcome back to all our watchers and listeners who watch on NBC, who sync up with our coverage. I know you do it. It's a pleasure to have you here at the Detroit Grand Prix in Michigan. No longer at Belial, now back in the city centre. It's better for fan viewing, but not sure it's better all round. Newgarden's in the pit lane. Let's head down pit road.
What a sight that is. The Detroit River, downtown Detroit, the Rinsen. What's happening, Marty?
Felix Rosenquist leaving pit road, going to alternate tires after being on the primary.
Newgarden's got a problem. Fuel's too long.
Joseph Newgarden, Dave, getting off of those primary tires.
Tim Cindric told me this morning the idea was to make the green or the alternate tires last. Joseph Newgarden among the longest to stay out there. Remember, qualified 5th, so he's got a great race car, but complained a couple laps ago, got to come in, and they brought him.
Oh, look at that. Marcus Armstrong ahead of Joseph.
Armstrong ahead of Newgarden. Now Dixon is also getting ahead there as well of Rosenquist into turn 3. So and Will Power pits. Race leader is heading down pit road as well, so that's great news. So Award coming in as well. As they swing in, Award leads, and Power's going to resume, I think, in 3rd position. He had 19 seconds to Palou. That's cutting down 2 seconds across the line. I think Palou might have him, unless he's come in. No, Palou, 102.169. There he is. Palou doesn't get out, and the Power's going to be very close. Side by side, and towards the last corner. He's taking him into turn 2. Brilliant. Power is behind Palou. Palou goes to 3rd. And it'll take a while for our timings to update.
But we've seen what Power can do into turn 3.
When the tyres heat up, he's going to be manic down there.
You've got massive.
Thought we had team communication. Nothing's come up there. To answer Kyle's question, are you guys covering all 24 hours? Yes. As we see, Herta lapping Stingray Rob. O'Ward and Rossi are in for our McLaren. We are covering all of the Le Mans 24 hours, every practice, every qualifying, every warm-up, and every second of the Le Mans 24-hour race. We are commentating. McLaren are in. Down to pit road.
Kirkwood. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Marty, the Arrow McLaren boys are in.
This should be interesting. Rossi is in the back. Pato Ward is in the front, coming in first and second on the track. Quick stop by both of them. Now the drag race off pit road. Rossi will actually pass Pato here on pit road going to the alternate
Pato
tires.
stalled.
Pato stalled, yeah. Pato Award stalled. Award stopped in the pit lane. He's having to do a reset. He stalled it. Award stopped in the pit lane. He stalled it. Oh, he was leading the race. It was going so well. IndyCar says, no, don't go down there. You can't. It's a live pit lane. What's he going to do? The marshals are going to have to push it back over the line because the McLaren mechanics can't actually go. Technically, it's on the live part of the race. No, they've gone anyway. Oh, this is chaotic. They shouldn't be allowed to do this. They jack it up. They're going to wheel it back. But O'Ward has stalled, and that is his race gone, Josh.
Really, really unfortunate for Pato Ward. Not what you want to do. And,
well, game over.
Luckily, it was only O'Ward and Rossi pitting, not everybody else.
Yeah, otherwise that would have been a nasty accident because the pit lane's got a weird funnel effect as well. It may be 2 lanes, but it funnels into just one exit. It's a very tight exit as well. So whoever designed this track must have clearly had the skills of drawing of Stevie Wonder. As they swing into turn 2 and 3, we see McLaughlin closing in again to the back of Rossi. Omi, what did you make of this race so far? 37 laps in as well, closing in the halfway mark. It's actually been quite good so far.
It has. It's been decent. It's had its moments, but I think it's going to get even better as we get more towards the end of this race. But yeah, I'm loving it so far.
I'm glad you're loving it as well. Are you confident with your pick a winner?
I don't really know.
Alright, fair dues. We'll keep you there. Have you got anything to shout up? What are you seeing, Josh? What are you seeing?
Just some NASCAR Twitter stuff.
Are they under red flag still?
Yes.
Awards rejoined. But I believe...
Fox are showing stuff. Bubba Wallace tried to call Blaney to congratulate him on his win for the Coca-Cola 600. He didn't pick up. So, Bubba went to Cameo to get tons of videos from people to congratulate him and put it on Twitter.
That's quite funny. Carter Kirkwood's in, so is David Malukas, but Awards rejoined on that 35, we're on that 38, so he is at least 3 laps down.
Lap 37, so a little more than 32 or so under green flag conditions for Kirkwood back out.
And his teammate Colton Herter will be coming soon too as he rejoins.
But that's sounding a pit road, and I think from Malukas coming in. What's this replay? This is O'Ward stalling it, Josh. Let's listen.
Yeah.
Did his rear wheel hit one of the mechanics as well? There's Newgarden. Now, what was his slow stop? Because I saw it was slow. Oh, they got the fuel hose stuck. I was wondering why it was so long. The fuel hose got stuck on Newgarden's car and it wouldn't release. Well, you've seen that before several times in IndyCar, sadly. Every now and then it just falls apart.
Look, was Pato O'Ward's wheel on properly?
I'm not sure, you know.
His rear left.
I said it looked wrong.
Wiggled. It wiggled.
Eddie says Pato broken half shaft. Pato had his chips. Potato Ward stuck in the pit, says Tony Kaiser. Yes, he was. Managed to pause you so I can sync with the Sky Sports coverage. Oh, fantastic. In that case, we're riding with Pato O'Ward coming across down the avenue into the braking zone. 100-metre board, turns in, accelerates past the pit entry line. There you go. Everyone's syncing up with us as well. Although you can just see when the lap counter changes, now on lap 40 as well. Pato didn't brake, sorry, says Eddie. I don't know. I thought I saw that tyre. You saw that tyre. It looked to me like it was something wrong. But he did stall it as well. But I thought he clipped a mechanic, to be fair. Which is an instant drive-through penalty, by the way. But yeah, nothing's flashed up on our monitors yet from race control.
No, Colton Herter's in, no.
Yep, pit road.
Dave Rossi has made a play. Dave Burns.
Colton Herta makes the turn onto pit road, takes the left-hand side down. Another load of primary is there. They asked him if he wanted any changes. The answer, nope, and he's gone.
This race, bar the starting accident, has run uninterrupted since lap 4. We are now on lap 40 of this race. We're 10 away from halfway. from Power, Dixon, Rosenquist, and Rossi, the top 5. I still don't know what that music is, actually. That little music, the little sting there. I recognise it, but I can't remember the name of it. You know that thing where you recognise a tune of music, but you can never actually get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
Seven Nation Army.
That's it, Seven Nation Army. Thank you. Oh, for some reason I had Fortunate Son in my head there. But you're right.
The only reason
it's Seven
that I
Nation
know
Army.
it is because from the darts.
I know it because Megan. It's one of Megan's favourite songs. She's playing it, and every time I go to our Amazon Music Spotify playlist as well, it's always in the recently played. So yeah.
Are you gonna get shouted at because you didn't by Megan because you didn't know what it was and forgot it?
Possibly, but I don't think she's listening to me at the moment. She's busy revising for an exam tomorrow for A levels, so she might not be watching. She might hit me later when she gets back. But I've got to buy her a burger for borrowing her laptop on a busy weekend. Oh, Marcus Armstrong nearly locking up and wiping out Marcus Ericsson into the only overtaking spot on this track into turn 3. So let me get this straight, Josh and Emmy. We've swapped Belial, which had around about 9 or 10 overtaking opportunities on a 15-turn circuit, for a what is it? 9-turn circuit that only has 1 opportunity to overtake on it.
Yeah, can we go back to Belial, please? And also, Josh.
Yeah.
Can I have, what is it? 4 burgers, because you borrowed my laptop 4 times.
Yes. Isn't it from Train Spotting? Seven Nation Army. I think it is, isn't it? Which is why probably Megan knows about it.
Yes.
I'll have to double check. A friend of mine, though, she was obsessed. Sophie from my media course at university a couple of years ago. Very dear friend. She loved Train Spotting, that movie as well. In fact, the whole group did actually as well. It's a media course.
I mean, I like Train Spotting, but I haven't seen the film.
The film has got nothing to do with Train Spotting. I don't even know why it's called Train Spotting.
I know.
It's got nothing to do with it. It's the most weirdest title. It's like coming here, you're watching IndyCar, this is the Detroit Grand Prix, and naming it as something like Darts World Final. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's Simon Pagino. Welcome back to everyone watching on NBC. Apologies for all the ad breaks, not our fault. At least you're listening to us on YouTube throughout it and syncing up your TV pictures. It's the Detroit Grand Prix from Michigan. Lap 43 of 100, closing in on the halfway mark.
Living up to their name.
Yep, nothing but commercials. Palou leads from Power, Dixon, Rosenquist, Rossi the top 5. McLaughlin is 6th, Grosjean 7th, Ericsson 8th, Armstrong 9th, and there goes Palou. That is trying to put a lap on Pato O'Ward again? Yes, it is. First actual trying lap time. But we haven't seen a command blue yet for O'Ward, so he doesn't have to get out of the way just yet. Let's have a look at the chat. Eddie says, oh no, we've got that as well. We said that. Exciting race, I'll say that much, says Rod Brown. Don't let Palou pass your O'Ward. Tony Kart Racer says, hold him up. Bal says, in it from Train Spotting. Rod says, oh, we got a yellow. What's happened on the circuit? Oh no, is that it? Yes, it is! O'Ward hits the wall! Oh, Pato's hit the wall! And a full course caution! And we said he might do it! And he's ended up in the wall at the last corner at turn 9. Went a little bit too deep, passing an overtake as well on Stingray Rob, and it's straight into the wall, and it's good night, Pato. Oh.
Well. No Pato O'Ward versus Marcus Ericsson today. We'll have to wait till next time.
Well, actually,
when we return.
He's trying to pass Santino Ferrucci, and Ferrucci turned in on him. Oh, and he just completely messed up the entry. I think that's Ferrucci's fault. He tried to defend from Pato, and, well, yeah, Pato just had nowhere to go. He couldn't back out of the move, and just sort of let him into the wall there. How would you read that? I mean, is that 50-50? I don't know.
I'm going to look at it now. Yeah, kind of. I'm just doing some notes for some other series in JB Motorsport, which will be coming up in a few weeks. But yeah, so I'd say 50-50.
Yeah, that's a 50-50. Ferrucci should have turned in, and Pato went for a move that was going to decrease in a tight corner. Anyway, caution's out. Pato's day from bad to worse. To into the wall. Pit entry is closed. Wow. So no one can box yet, Josh. That's gonna affect people who wanted to do a quick different strategy.
Yeah, I don't get that, because there's no rule in IndyCar when the pit road automatically closes when the caution comes out, no?
As far as I know, no. So I think they've already closed it because it's so close to wall. Hang on.
20. This is the 7th race of the season.
Award just saying as well to watch your 20.
It's at the exit of the corner, not at the entry of the corner where the pit entrance is.
Yeah, it's a really bizarre situation that we've got going on
Is
here.
that for AMR?
I saw a safety team come down the pit lane area. That's what I saw. I saw like a little runner coming in, so I could only
new
AMR safety team. It's new. It's what is it? It's SUV 4x4 area. Oh, is it bad to say I like it?
Wait, is that driver transport and we don't normally see it on camera?
Possibly. Kevin Lee's got news.
This is now my longtime friend, Flavor Flav. We go way back to yesterday on Peacock. Welcome back. How are you?
Yo, man, I'm having a great time right now, man.
Flavor
We
Flav,
made you
hello.
an IndyCar fan. You hadn't been here. You love racing. What do you think? Are we going to see more of you at IndyCar races?
Yo, you sure will, definitely. And not only that, but if my boy Willpower wins this thing today, you're going to see me in the winner's circle.
Will could perform with you. You need to get him out with Public Enemy.
Hey, you know what? He got me out with him, so I don't see why I can't get him out with us.
Hey, we're already working on Flavor Flav being the Grand Marshal. What time is it?
Time for me to be the Grand Marshal for next year, boy.
And that's at the Indy 500. Do you know, if anybody deserves it, it is Flavor Flav, because he has been, he was at the Indy 500 and he's come here to Long Beach as well. Sorry, he's come here to Detroit and he has thrown himself into the action. He's not just a normal celebrity like you see on F1 grids or in IndyCar grids that are just there for the fame. No, he is so passionate about IndyCar racing. He's so passionate about Formula One as well. Flavor Flav is absolutely top dollar bill for a fantastic motorsport fan. And I can't wait to see him at Las Vegas, because Flavor Flav is going to be at Las Vegas. And Martin Brundle, I hope you're watching this race, so you remember he's actually one of the biggest motorsport fans in the world. That's cool. Never knew Flavor Flav was an IndyCar fan. Yeah, he was interviewed yesterday, and him and Kevin Lee very much interested in making more content together. Grand Marshal for 2024's 108th running Indy 500. I couldn't do it. So then, Omi, 46 laps in. How's this race comparing to the Spanish Grand Prix, a race track that we thought we weren't going to get many overtakes at? We are getting overtakes, but it's dramatic, but it's being a bit slow as well.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of starting to get a bit equal with the F1 Spanish one as we have a look, I think, at a replay.
Yeah, that's Armstrong nearly hitting Ericsson. I think NBC have gone to an ad break. That's why I've just turned the music down. So let's take this opportunity to have a comm break as well, because we want to hear from Tom Gaymore, who's got information from Twitter.
Bad luck for Pato O'Ward. I think his minimum speed was about 40 miles an hour quicker than he'd been at any stage around that corner so far this weekend in Detroit. He was not going to make that corner if there was another corner, if that makes sense. That was a hard hit for the Arrow McLaren driver, somebody who needed points here this weekend. Didn't get any at Indy for his 24th place, really. Third in points heading into Detroit. And for Pato O'Ward, that's 2 bad results. And when you're mounting a championship campaign in IndyCar, you've only got to look at Willpower last year. It was consistency that was key. Look at the year before, Alex Palou. It was all about consistency. I talked about Pato 2.0 earlier on in the year, where he was cool, calm and collected apart from that incident at Long Beach, and now we've seen a repetition of that at the Indianapolis 500, and then the little bit of hot-headedness there for Pato O'Ward, and we have our second caution here. It's good news for the runners that are on that alternate tyre. So for Willpower in second, for Rosenquist and for Rossi, because they're eating up this stint now. So the longer they stay under yellow, they're protecting the tyres. It's also closed the gap right down. Alex Palou's lead has just evaporated. So if you're Alex Palou, you'll be a little bit frustrated, but I don't think he'll be too hot and bothered. And it's remarkable to think that we're not even halfway through this Detroit Grand Prix yet. Those drivers will be feeling it. The heat soak in those cars. It's hot, hot, hot here in Detroit, and this track is physical. Yes, it's only first gear corners, as we've seen now, 1 or 2. I was talking a second ago to Neil Wooding in my ear about Ericsson, whether or not he'd pit. Would they be in a fuel window that would suit them? And we were saying,
they're all in.
I'm not sure they will be. They've thrown the dice at Chip Ganassi. Ericsson there getting a fresh set of tyres on, getting some fuel in that car. And now we'll see where that puts Marcus Ericsson. He's still off strategy compared to the rest, but will that put the cat amongst the pigeons?
Welcome back to viewers on NBC. It's the Detroit Grand Prix in Michigan, and they're looking absolutely fantastic. Bell says, will you have a live map for Le Mans next week? Well, that's the plan. But the live map comes from Discovery Plus, is additional stream. So I don't know, Josh. Is it? Do we know yet if it's available in the practice and qualifying sessions yet?
I can check.
If not, we'll still have the timing tower, but with a lot more information for the practice sessions and a tweet deck as well. But yeah, hopefully we will have a live map for the race because we had one last year, so we should do. We're coming to the green flag though to restart this race while Josh goes and investigates whether we will have the drive map coming through. Flav was corny, now he's old school, and some of his raps are legendary for calling out injustice. He ain't done that for sure, he just likes playing a fool. It's nice to see him. Rob says, great job, Josh. Thank you. Green flag in the air once again, and Power went to the inside line. And he's got to move that Santino Ferrucci getting out of the way of Power. Palou leads on the restart as we head down towards turn 1. Scott Dixon trying to lap as well. Ferrucci hasn't been told to get out of the way, so he's making a mess in this restart. Fields bunching up behind him. And that's McLaughlin stuck behind Rossi because of it, and Santino locks up. Why they put him right in the middle? It's such an obvious faux pas from the race controller. Grosjean goes through now. Ferrucci is a cork in the bottle. Why didn't they release him? Why didn't they tell him to go through? And now Austin Canapino nearly getting hit by Hertzer coming back through. And no! Trouble coming through. Canapino trying to go on the inside of the 45 of Lundgaard. Not going to win there. Lundgaard's off! Lundgaard's off! And we've got a caution again. Why is the caution out? Surely not for the 45. Surely not. Into the pit lanes comes Ferrucci.
Entered literally as soon as
well, he's done that. He's done a smart thing to get out of everybody's way, but why has the caution come out? Well, that hasn't worked, has he? He's gone through the pit lane trying to get a lap to try and get himself out of position. Oh! It's Stingray Rob who's stuck in the runoff area down at turn 3, and that's the reason for the caution. I should have looked at the driver tracker. That's a late call on the caution. Santino Ferrucci's left the pit lane, but that is Stingray Rob for Dale Coyne Racing stuck sideways down in the control area. Go on, Josh.
Ferrucci's going to have to pit again. He couldn't service because he entered the pit lane.
No. I don't think he went for a service. I think he went there to deliberately get out of the way of everybody in the field because he was a lap down. Let's have a look. Oh, Newgarden touched the side, and off goes the 45. That pit entry was closed anyway. I think we're looking here. Was the pit lane closed? I can't see it from on board with Lundgaard as he went wide when the caution came out. Pit entry on board now with... Well, that's definitely Francesco. So this is on board with, I think, Pagino. Yeah, pit entry was closed. But the full caution was already out. So we need to go back to the moment of caution, because if Ferrucci came in under yellow, he'll get a penalty. But he did so to try and get out of everybody's way. It was a smart decision to come through. Trying to have a look. Pit entry light. Where is it? Can't see it flashing. So we need a better angle. Oops. Can't find the angle. Yellow's out though. Shouldn't be too long of yellow. No, I don't believe lap cars get to go around. Really annoying because it put Ferrucci right in the middle of a good restart. At least they're going to have another crack at it though. Let's go down to pit lane with Pato.
Lap down, and then what happened? Put you out for good.
Yeah, well, I got onto the marbles. I had to get by Santino because if Palau would get us, we were going to go a lap down. My push-to-pass was disabled as expected because we were a lap down. And yeah, I was pretty boxed in what I could do. And it was either race over or try and get past, but ended up being race over. So it is what it is. And honestly, our race went upside down on that pit stop, and yeah, all downhill from there. So it is what it is. We'll move on to Road America.
Thanks, Pato. You can hear the digits.
Hey, let me just tell you about... Oh, we've got a crash! We've got a crash under yellow! What has happened here? Graham Rahal and Benjamin Pedersen have crashed under yellow, and both around, and the track is blocked. We might have to go to a red flag situation. What's happened here? Let's take a look. Oh, Rahal's hit the wall, and he's going to get collected by Benjamin Pedersen, who is going to have nowhere to go. Oh, and Hinson the same thing. Well, why is Rahal angry with Pedersen? That's nothing to do with him. It's Rahal's own mistake. He's got into the wall in his own corner of the caution. Well, the track's blocked, and this might have to be the first red flag of the night. That's unbelievable, Josh. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that should be a red, as they can get through. They can get past if the AMT safety crew have parked off behind, and they have. So yeah, we'll say caution.
Should do, but it's a tight entry here. I think Marina needs to say something. Yeah, Marina agrees it was a stupid manoeuvre. That's a joke for Bal, who was saying as well about standby for action with Stingray. It's a 1960s puppet show. Yep, Jerry Anderson creating Stingray, Captain Scarlet, Joe 90, of course, Thunderbirds as well. Fantastic series. How do you crash under a yellow, says Bal? No idea. That
physics.
Locked up and hit it, yeah. We need international
That's
rescue
at
for
turn
Stingray.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And that, oh, they might just get away. The track that's dangerously tight. That's what I'm worried about. The field has been told to slow down to the pace car. They're just coming down through turn 7 and 8 now, so they're in that area. Pedersen would have hit the wall anyway. Yeah, they both locked up. They both did exactly the same thing, and we should stay under yellow, but we might go red because it's a tight part of the track. They're trying to refire Pedersen, and now we've got the situation, Josh, where Pedersen's got going, but now we've got an AMR safety team blocking the entrance to the turn 1 area. The track is completely blocked. Oh, it's a risky thing for me because get tighter. Yes, I love Stingray and all the Jerry Anderson works. But I was brought up with them as well in the family. Everybody loves it. Upright Foster says, well, street course makes me feel like a clairvoyant genius at the same time. Tony Canan says, I like Stingray, hope it's better. Go on.
Was blocked, but they got Pedersen out while they were around the back of the circuit, and then they moved the recovery truck into position just before they got there, so they're fine.
Fingers, yeah, they've all got it through. That's good. I was petrified we're going to see a red flag. Let's go down to Sky then quickly. Oh, we've gone back. Okay, let's go to NBC for a change. Get some information from them.
To get pumped up, you can get amped for the 3rd annual Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. That's August 4th through 6th. It's the only IndyCar event that races over the water. It's the Music City Grand Prix in Nashville, Tennessee, and tickets are available at musiccitygp.com. This is the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix here in the Motor City as we welcome you back under caution for the 4th time. It has been a pretty crazy day so far, and we're only just into the second half. Alex Palou has led 46 of the 52 laps thus far on a day that's still promising so much to unfold when we get back into racing rhythm.
And these longer yellows on a dirty racetrack, James, can really pick up marbles. Let's go down to pit lane, though, and check in with Marty. And another fact about those long yellows, Townsend, this could really play into the favor of Will Power. Remember the first run of the day when Alex Palou was on the alternate tires and they fell off so much and he lost all that time to Power? Well, all that was under green flag conditions. Power is churning out laps here under caution, certainly helps him with those alternates, and they could pit for the final time, Dave, here in about 15 laps, make it all the way home.
And Marty, with all these different strategies, there are times when drivers have to save fuel to make it to the next window, to make the strategy that the engineers have in mind work. Well, Scott McLaughlin just got music to his ears over the radio.
Okay, a little play here. This means we probably can go flat out rest of the way. That for everyone, I guess it's... yeah, but the big thing is you got 3 reds in front of you that got about 12 laps on them already.
That'll be the end of the next stint, and that will take them to one stop to get them to the end. Kevin?
Dave, Marcus Ericsson, as we look into turn 8, where we've already had some action today, is in 16th, but he just pitted a little while ago, so he's going to need to stop one more time unless this trend continues. It would take a lot of caution, but Marcus Ericsson has won some very unpredictable races, including that street race in Nashville, a debut race a couple of years ago, so don't count him out just yet.
Kevin, you call out.
Yeah, you don't have to count him out at all as well. Yes, Bal, Jay Anderson does have his own YouTube channel as well. Jay Anderson participates with the Jerry Nation Foundation. It's absolutely fantastic. And as well, Jerry Anderson Nation, yeah. Super Mario Nation as well. They filmed it. Ray Hall's car has been brought in as well. That's where I get my... have you ever wondered, Josh, where my catchphrase came from when the lights go out? Oh, yeah, I can't hear you.
I have pulled a Jessanomi. Hello.
You've left yourself on mute. Yeah. Have you ever wondered where I got my catchphrase from when the lights go out?
No, I haven't.
The action.
Go on.
Well, it was a combination of when I was in an English class in 2013. And I was thinking of things to say, like I needed something because I couldn't keep just saying random words. I wanted a punchy word when the lights go out. And I came up with action in Australia for the first one, and then just sort of stuck with action in. But I got the stand by for action and the word action from Jerry Anderson and the Stingray. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I know Bal has, but Stingray was fantastic because it opens with stand by for action. And then, of course, anything can happen in the next half hour, which is where Ian Birch gets his anything can happen in the next 15 laps from. Because it's the next half hour. So, yeah. That's where they get it from.
Watching on waiting for NASCAR to restart. I know what like Fossil is. I've got IndyCar and Josh in this year, and NASCAR officials in this year. Unfortunately, there has been another strike just confirmed.
Okay, so the red flag
equals another 30 minutes.
Okay, well, there should be enough. Everyone watching us for the IndyCar's going to have fun. If you're listening on USON Radio, which I know Matthew might have turned us up for it, as he likes to, we're coming to the green flag on lap 56 with Palou, Power, Dixon, Rosenquist, Rossi the top 5, McLaughlin, Grosjean, VK Armstrong, Newgarden top 10, Canapino, Herta, Kirkwood, Devlin and Di Francesco, Pagino the top 15. They're a bit too spread out. Are they going to wave it off? I think they might. Cars coming down pit road. But we're coming for a restart. Palou's lifting them up for the 4th, correction, for the 5th time today. Green flag, away we go, and Power's got the restart we wanted. He's diving left, he's tugging the inside line, but Palou's going defensive as well. Power's going to have to try the outside line for the first time today to the breakers over turn 3. He doesn't come back, Palou fell for it. Power's old trick has worked again. He's on the inside, and Will Power leads here in Detroit. Fantastic slipstream into turn 1. He played the dummy maneuver. There's a reason Power is the king of street circuits. He knows how to play them well. He leads. And then now, Palou into second with Dixon and Rosenquist coming in through as well. With McLaughlin P6, Josh. Awesome restart from Power. That's what we wanted, but it was denied as well by Ferrucci.
Yeah, it was. But it has grouped the whole field back up, but Power already got 1.3, now 1.4, Baldwin 1.7. Oh! The gap is going absolutely crazy. Will Power has the lead as we go through turn 1. I think it's smart not having the start where the finish is, or because if we have the start, we'll have every single start/restart what we saw with Ray Hall and Pedersen.
I agree with Bal. The Mistrons must have done something as well. I think their agent Captain Black is down there as well, making a few little errors. Captain Black always made me a bit unnerved as well. His puppet was so good. It really did look dead behind the eyes because Captain Black was killed and he was taken over by the Mistrons as well. He looked dead behind the eyes, whereas Captain Scarlet was a Mistron, but he regained his self-will of his old self and became good. So the real Captain Scarlet died, was replaced by a Mistron, tried to kill the President of Earth, and then became good Captain Scarlet after the accident and returned to his old personality, but still had the link to the Mistrons. Really weird. I honestly, for 1960s sci-fi puppetry for kids, it's fantastic, and I want to watch Captain Scarlet after this now as well. I recently told my new little nephew as well about Captain Scarlet. He played with an SPV as well. He's 3 years old and he's already getting into the good stuff. Although we did realise Captain Scarlet never has a first name. So apparently Captain Scarlet's first name is Joe, according to him. I did say that maybe he's getting confused with Joe 90, but I never told him about Joe 90. But he's smart, he's like Spider-Man. Anyway, Stingray was way better. It was. Adam agrees. Stingray was way better. Thunderbirds was always good with Lady Penelope. After that, it just got a bit weird. The alligator episode was weird. Anyway, back to the action because we're on the restart, but nothing has happened since the green flag came out. Power's now got 2.7 seconds. Omi, what did you make on that restart? It was fantastic.
It was Power, the dummy, and just getting the move done. That was great with Power. But yeah, I'm hoping that Palau fights back because I want my picker winner to win. So yeah, let's hope. But there's still a long way to go in this one, so there's still a lot to happen.
Best theme though, however, was Joe 90. Dun 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 dun. It was fantastic. Anyway, Hertha on the inside. Oh, he's lost part of his front wing. Herta's was trying to pass Canapino. Canapino blocked him, and Herta's got front wing damage.
Herta's got 3 though.
He has passed Canapino, but that was a bit risky there from Augustin Canapino. Just sort of putting his hands up a little bit. Rod Brad says Lady Penelope, yes. FM300 says, I'd love to see Belial with that turn 3-4 combo somehow added. Then we'll get the perfect Detroit circuit. All right, where can we do that on the Belial circuit? I suppose we could modify turn 3 at Belial into that sort of hairpin. If we're careful with it, it could work. As this is on board now with Hertha, trying to go around the outside. Oh, is this how we got through? No, that's just damage. Is that going to linger, Josh, I think? It's broken, isn't it? It's properly broken. It's flapping on the wall.
Yeah, probably broken. He might be able to hang on to it unless if he gets told by IndyCar to come into the pits to get it changed. But he could keep it going until the next pit stop.
Yeah, that's going to be a big change. He's going to be praying for another caution and that he doesn't cause it as well. But that wing damage is going to be causing him a lot of problems with his understeer. Let's catch up with the chat as well. Bell says the published shows were way better than the live action UFO in Space 1999. Yeah, tell you what, Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet came back in the year 2005 and that was okay. Thunderbirds came back a couple of years ago. It was all right, but nothing beats the originals. Nothing can ever beat the originals. Tony says Willpower might not be a fan favourite, but the guy comes to race and he races hard. I like him because he's big into karting. Has his own chassis as well. Yep, and he's got the most wins on the street circuit, 12. As we see Barry as well, Barry Wanzer.
So he had to shut it off.
Pit road.
Hinch coming to the green was able to fire it back up, and then everything worked. And now the gearbox issue has resolved itself. Would that be a big concern for you moving forward if you were Alex Palou?
Yeah, definitely.
So Palou had a gearbox failure. He shut the car off, coming to the green flag, restarted it, and it's all okay. You can do that on the way, but Palou got lucky. He's in second place, Josh. That could have been an out-of-the-race manoeuvre.
Very, 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 very lucky there. And an extra very just to add on, but
how very it was.
Down 2,
yeah.
Pedersen down 3, and
So,
I believe Ferrucci's down 1. So 1, 2, 3 with laps down.
Ferrucci did go through the pit lane as well, just to let you know as well. Here, according to our monitor up here in the comms box, he did go back through. Oh, you can see it as well, of course, back home. So he did take that flag. So we're on lap 61 of 100. Power leads by 2.4 seconds to Palou, who is holding off from Dixon by around about a second. Then Rosenquist, Rossi complete the top 5. The race, I hate to say it, Josh, it's quieting down because you can't find to overtake. So the overtaking spots on this track are limited.
Gosh.
I know it's like saying quiet in a hospital or a police shift, but still, it is getting quiet. And it's a weird situation because the racing was so close, and yet this track is doing nothing but just splitting the field up. Look at it. Look at the driver tracker. It's literally a snake. You are literally just playing snake with the driver tracker today.
I'm just trying not to laugh at how the NASCAR race is called the Enjoy Illinois 300. I'm not really enjoying it right now, saying that we've been under a weather delay for nearly an hour now.
Hertha and Canapino again having a battle. This is how Hertha got through.
Oh no.
Did he go? Where did he go?
Waltrip made it into the grandstands.
Darryl Waltrip still, or Michael Waltrip?
Earlier today.
Is it Michael Waltrip? Oh, that's going to be fun. Top 5, Power, Palou, Dixon, Rosenquist and Rossi as NBC are going for a commercial break. Well, you stay with us here on the YouTube stream, but I know many people sort of now look away from their television monitors and look down at us for the first time. So, hello, welcome back. Top 5, as we've just explained, separated by around about 7 seconds, which is okay after the safety car. Top 15 by 18 seconds as well, so it's not going too bad. Into the pit lane comes Simon Pagenaud as well. He's running in 20th position. He puts on the black primary tyres and gets going again. But still, this is a really weird race with lap 63 of 100. As now the inside, Marcus Armstrong making a move on Rinus VK for 8th position at turn 3. And VK's been forced wide. Newgarden's going to try and swing it too. Hurt is there with the damaged front wing to play into a factor. So the battle for 8th. Oh, and Newgarden oversteer and nearly puts it in the wall. Coming out of the course, that's really tight stuff from Newgarden as the field slams down again into the braking zones.
Trying to keep it together.
What's Michael Waltrip doing?
Michael Waltrip earlier today on the driver introductions.
VK pits. Go on.
Jumped over the pit wall, and his phone and some notes fell out of his pocket and dropped down next to the pit wall, and the AMR safety team had to go and grab it. Just before the race, and Fox have made a graphic. Instead of the AMR safety team, it's the AMR phone recovery team.
Is it smashed, the phone, at least?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that's typical Michael Waltrip things. That's why it's actually mandatory in Formula 1 to wear pockets that are got buckles at the back, so that doesn't happen.
Oh, and that said phone recovery team graphic is back again.
Omi, what are you making of it then? 64 of 100, 65 now of 100 as well. We're closing in on the end of this race, and so far Power is now just being caught up by Palou. Palou's now getting back that lead. He lost her on that restart due to the car failure.
Yeah, well,
is that
now the gap gone down to 0.4 of a second.
Yeah, it's closing in, isn't it? Apologies for the lack of track audio, but Tom Gamel's talking, and Sky deaf and everything else because NBC go to a break and start playing music and testing everything. We don't get a proper international feed, but look at this. Palou down the start straight. He's going to have to go to defensive and attack. Round the outside comes Palou towards turn 1. Power locks up, goes in too deep, and Palou does the comeback. Palou takes the lead of the Detroit Grand Prix, and Dixon's fighting a rare mistake from Power. When he was the one being attacked, he loses it. No power from Willpower as he's under Dixon now pressure. Brilliant stuff, brilliant.
It's now time to mark my copyright on the Willpower joke.
Oh, we've done it for years, as we see as well.
Yeah.
Willpower has no willpower.
That Willpower joke is way before my time.
It's so old now as well. As into pit lane, is that Dixon? Yeah, Dixon pits. Let's go down pit road.
For the final time, Kevin Lee, this might be the winning move.
And he's going to go to primary Firestones for the last one. This is a little bit early, but it seems like a solid gamble. Likely to be another caution. They would be in, could potentially cycle to the front. Dixon trying to get win number 54, pulls away.
I like that move from Dixon and his team. They're in.
If he gets win number 54, he will be the most successful driver in IndyCar history. He's joint at the moment after he won the last race here at Belle Isle a year ago. Can he go for back-to-back wins and win here on the streets of Michigan? We're going to find out. Omi, is your voice back on as well with your mic? What did you make of that move from Palou onto Power? If you're trying to say something, we can't hear you. So, Josh, I'll throw that question to you. Oh, they're all in. I won't. Never mind. Pit stop time. Palou, Power, Rosenquist, McLaughlin, Armstrong. They're all diving in. Which means it's time for us to stop talking and the pit lane guys who are there to give us the action.
Yeah,
Marty!
everyone coming to pit road right here for what should be the final stop of the day. Willpower right before Alex Palou passed him, so the tires are absolutely going away. This could be a drag race off pit road between the 10 and the 12, but look at the Chip Ganassi crew. They get power, keep Palou in the lead off pit road.
Fantastic!
Where's Dixon? Where's Dixon? He's
and there goes Marcus Ericsson, but Scott Dixon's coming in too. It's getting a bit tight. Power gets out ahead of Dixon. Side by side as well. I believe coming out of the pit lane, that's going to be Felix Rosenquist. Dixon jumps Rosenquist as well, but it's getting so tight at the back, Josh, as we head down the straight. And now Power on fresh tyres, under pressure from Scott Dixon, who's got much faster tyres, trying to come into the braking zone for turn number 1. It's going to be late, but Power can't defend from it as well. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, it really, really was. Dixon now on the back of Power in 10th, Polo in 8th. So, as
it's closing in. Here
up
comes
like Fossil. Well, Power just lost the lead. It looks like hopefully he'll be able to get it back, but Newgarden leads.
Rossi in.
Rossi
from the lead, going to the primary tires with a clean pit road, unlike what Power and Polo had a moment ago.
Romain Grosjean pits from second place, cycling through. He gets 4 primaries, and he's gone as his teammate Colton Herta.
Where is Rossi?
And there's Rossi coming through, and there's... Oh, it's getting tight. Dixon gets ahead. Oh, no. Dixon ahead of Rossi. Well, that lead change didn't work. The overcut seems to have got it, Josh. That's the one. Oh, we got a yellow. Someone touched the wall. But we know we've saved green. It's McLaughlin brushing it. We've stayed green.
Yeah, we had a white.
It was the white, not the yellow. Sorry, my fault jumping the gun. Look, yellow to me. It's the two McLarens making moves. Oh, Rossi and Rosenquist. Literally, Rosenquist forcing out of the way Rossi. Move over! You can hear him shouting under that helmet as well. We may be teammates, but absolutely no way am I going to show you any form of courtesy.
Wow.
Carl Kirkwood's second, by the way.
Has he pitted yet?
No. Oh, and McLaughlin nearly got taken out by Grosjean in the same place where Rahal and Pedersen crashed, and then he had to redo the gears, and here comes Josh again, the move from the McLarens. Was that harsh from Rosenquist or perfectly legal?
If it that might be a little bit conversation because teammates, but that's just clean hard racing. If there's a penalty there, then we're going into FIA territory. But at the end there, that was a bit like on the middle to the exit corner. That was a bit messy. It could have been a little bit cleaner, but if there is a penalty for that, then, as I said, we're going into FIA territory.
Grosjean's having an attack on Rossi, coming towards turn 1. 2 ex-Formula 1 drivers as well, trying to have the power, not working out there, I'm afraid. Into the pit lane comes Joseph Newgarden. So Newgarden diving in from the lead. And that's Carl Kirkwood now taking it as well. Let's see, Tony Kart Racer says that hurry up and pit before the yellows comes. Bal says Formula in NASCAR, similar to IndyCar. Too many, with no way to predict the winner. So he's replying to you, right, Fossil. Actually, the split pit lane works. Haven't had this mess we had in Indy last week, that's true. It's a big exit, but it all filters in, and we haven't had a problem with the filter just yet. However, I would like to see the start there, because I think it'll be quite fun. Dixon and Rossi are going to be sitting on the team naughty step after this race, yeah. But right now, we're on board with the Hitachi sponsored logo, as we're going to see Newgarden under attack from Alexander Rossi coming out of the pit lane on fresh tyres. Are they on temperature? Rossi almost touching the back of Newgarden's tyre and causing a puncture, but Rossi's on the inside line. Is Grosjean going to follow suit further back? He's going to think about a move on the inside. Yep, Grosjean goes through, forces out Newgarden, touches him, and Newgarden puts his arm up and says, "What are you doing, Romain? What are you doing?" as well. And something else in the French language as well that looks like he's ordering a hot dog. Fantastic. Wow. Armstrong's there too. Ericsson leads.
I never thought you would have said that, Josh. Anyway, moving on. Lap 71 of 100. Kirkwood is in, which allows Ericsson to pit Polo in second. Polo will have the lead.
Well, we came off the camera, but apparently as well, he may decide that he might be saying it's a bit windy out. And that's McLaughlin. Yeah, hitting the side of Grosjean with a few laps to go. 30 laps to go. It's lap 71 of 100. What a great race this is. I can't wait for this. Who's at fault here then? Grosjean comes steaming in on Newgarden, Josh. Oh, and meantime, Grosjean trying to pass Kirkwood, who's just come out of the pits. Round the outside.
Grosjean should have kept it tighter, and he could have kept it tighter. He ran.
Oh, lock up! Armstrong on the inside. Tries to lunge on Newgarden, but locks it up, and Newgarden swings him back. Sorry to cut across you there, Josh. Go on.
Yeah, it looked like Grosjean ran Newgarden, or was it Newgarden?
Yeah. So we've what 29 to go now. Lap 72. Ericsson is leading. He's 2.9 seconds ahead, but Grosjean has Ericsson pitted. I think he did an undercut, didn't he? He's come in twice today. I think he pitted under the caution, didn't he, Ericsson?
Yeah.
So he's good for a while, but might be banking on another lap.
Yeah,
So,
might be banking on another caution.
That might work. We might get one. There's 29 to go. We've had, 4 or 5 already today? I predicted 7, so we're not getting too far off. And Herta's... yeah, let's not forget, though...
Another caution, breed caution.
Yep, and don't forget...
Copy. Yeah, Rose, we'll talk about it after. Just good laps here right now, and then we'll have to save a little bit of fuel. Couple cars still have to do some cycles here.
Pardon me, that was the 3 car, not Newgarden.
And that's McLaughlin saying as well that he's going to have to take some little bit of fuel next time around, and he's battling with VK coming to turn 3. Bear in mind, though, we may be still under green flag conditions, but do remember, Colton Herta is racing at this track, and every time we're on a street circuit, he always finds some way to end up in the wall at some point, so, especially at Nashville. So we will have to wait and see whether or not Herta stays true to form and bins it as well. He's got a new strategist this year as McLaughlin does throw it up the inside of VK, coming into turn 8 and makes the move, and Agustin Canapino is now on the back of Venus VK as they come out to where the checkered flag will be shown later on today alongside the pit lane across the line, which used to be the start line for the old Formula 1 race. The things you learn as well. Replay.
It's
great move on the inside there.
Yeah, this is a replay of McLaughlin straight down the inside of VK. Nothing that VK could have done there. Is it time for the more you know gif?
Yep. And Newgarden defending from Armstrong, who tries to do the old switcheroo mid-corner and nearly costs himself a front wing, and Newgarden in a position in this race. He almost chopped him off over the battle for 9th and 10th position as well. Tony Cartwright, where we go? Dixon and Rossi, and Rose, of course, we sat between them as well, says Bal. Tony Cartwright says these small tracks are not good to do later pit stops and running on cold tyres, so not a good idea to stay out there later and get gobbled up. Bal says, I think he might have said, what on earth are you up to, you young Frenchman? That's a polite, uncensored version. Yes, absolutely, as well.
Other language was used, no
yes.
doubt.
Yeah. He's no longer invited to dinner. He only signalled that there's only one seat for lunch.
No Christmas cards.
Here's the restart. Or is this the actual start? This is the actual start then of the race. As Pelot,
Ilott decided to become a bird.
I'm quite surprised actually, because the last driver to do that on a street circuit we raced up for the first time ended up winning. And that was Marcus Ericsson, who went up in the air and won the race.
Also, I'll be quiet for a bit. I'm just having dinner.
Oh, right, hello. You've been here? We've thrown to you twice and we haven't heard from you.
Because I was just cooking my dinner. Now I'm going to have dinner. I should have told you before, actually.
No worries, my friend. No worries at all. We've had a busy day. You can relax and eat some food as well. Just enjoy the race. Everyone else is here enjoying it. Nice pass by Scotty Mack, says Bal, as well. I think you're right. Absolutely.
Are you becoming the king of microphones again, Josh?
Well, I just got told in my ears that I needed to hold the lip mic for a second, the handheld mic, and because there was a problem with my headset. But apparently it's fine, so I can put it down. As they come back through. Well, I've got one microphone on my mic. I've got 1, 2, 3 mics as well. I've got another headset, another 2 headsets actually. As we see, battle for third between Dixon and Power coming in together. And yeah, don't know why I was being told to pick up the handheld mic. This is our commentary backup, so if anything goes wrong with our mics before we can switch headsets, we can still talk to you by using this one. And this microphone here is our presentation microphone. It's got our logo on it as well, so that's what's going on in our comms box. Josh has got loads of mics as well. Yeah, I've too got a radio mic. That's our podcast mics. See, we're all filled up here. It's not just a slap operation. It's great. As they come through, on board.
1, 2, 3, and I can present with this tiny mic.
4 handhelds, 3 headsets, 1 radio mic, and a lapel mic.
That's because you have a million people in that commentary box.
Yes.
But here it's just me.
Yeah. Literally, I've got there's a 4 slots on the commentary box, and one of them's taken up from the World Feed music, and the other 3 are our commentary. So it's a big box that we have to take up to as well. But it is a fantastic way to watch the race. I've been on my own this weekend. I'm looking forward to next week. Not even next weekend. Megan's not going to be here. I'm looking forward to Canada in 2 weeks' time when Megan Birch rejoins the commentary teams after her exams. Tony Cartrace says, I have a feeling back markers are going to play a role in the closing laps. They definitely could. Ericsson leads Palou by 1.166 seconds, but Power is closing in as well as Dixon in the later stages of this race. Something is coming. And you can just feel it in the air, don't you, as well? It's the home of Motown, so... as well, calling out across the wall as well. It's dancing in the street as Ericsson and Palou battle it out. Power 2 and Dixon. I love Detroit, home of Motown, Motor City as well. Ergo Motown. Brilliant race here to have it back on the streets of Michigan, but we all preferred Belle Isle. It was a nice alternative to the F1 track. It clicked, but never really clicked, did it? Belle Isle was fantastic as a venue. Let's take a look at the pit stop difference between Alex Palou and Will Power. 2.3 seconds. Palou was faster in the pit stop compared to Power. So Palou's got the advantage if they have to stop again in the last 24 laps. They're all planning on the cautions coming. So far, nothing's happening. Oh, I got a brief heart attack because the timing screen flashed. But it's Marcus Ericsson coming in. I thought I'd done it again with the commentator's curse. But no, race leader is in. So Alex Palou takes in down to pit road. I believe Marty Schneider.
Thank you to NTT for that information as we see Marcus Ericsson, Kevin, come to pit lane.
Kevin.
So the best case scenario is just score points. Get inside the top 10. He's going from primaries and back out and trying to find a smooth spot back into this racetrack.
It was a nice thought at the time, wasn't it? Hoping for more caution to put yourself at the front with that
strategy. But he might end up causing his caution as well, because coming right in the middle as Newgarden locks up, coming on to, as well out of Franklin Street, up to Woodbridge Street, and then into Jefferson's Avenue as well, back down the start line, passing as well, Sant Antonio, Boulevard, Brush Street, Redolph Street, Woodard Avenue again, and then coming into the Turn 3 complex at Griswold Street. And back down Woodard once again. Fantastic race here in Detroit. It has. The circuit's not right. It could do with some adjustment for next year to the F1 layout. That was better. Belle Isle is better. But this race has been okay. We could have had a much worse race like Long Beach. Let's face it. Long Beach this year was the Monaco Grand Prix. Basically, it was so boring, and it was last year. Unless something happens with rain, it's never any good. This has actually been quite entertaining, and it still is quite entertaining with 22 to go.
Yeah, it's been okay, but Belle Isle performs better.
It does.
Is a better layout, is a better everything.
I don't know why. Belle Isle wanted a contract. I don't know why they gave it up to do it for this place.
Because history.
History?
One word.
There was more history in Belle Isle than there was here. That's
exactly.
The point. Let's go down to pit road again.
I guess we could say, in a long career, there is a first time for everything. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, just don't know. Obviously, just got I got a lot of understeer. I mean, it's on me. I need to obviously see the tape and understand. But as I was just saying to Kathy, I'm just disappointed in myself with all the errors this weekend, just not driving well. And it's hard when you're in a position like this. It's hard to escape to figure out why, but ultimately it's on me. You got to perform a heck of a lot better than that. Particularly in a day like this, it's just not typical of me. I know you've got to stay on the dance floor, and I just don't, I don't know what to say. We weren't good, obviously. Even in the race, we were in pretty bad shape, but it's just it's disappointing. And sorry to United Rentals, to Fifth Third Bank, to Fleet Cost of Care, all of our big partners that have committed so much to this program. It's been a really tough couple of months, and we need a reset. I need a reset, and I need to come back much, much stronger in Road America.
Thanks, Grant.
Upright Fossil says, I agree, Josh B. This street circuit is not as bad. I normally hate, but it is IndyCar, so there is always more action than F1. Yeah. But I think we need a change here going for next year. They said Belle Isle didn't have good enough access for the fans. It was packed year in, year out. But yeah, the fans here do have better access. That is true. But they've got to adjust the circuit then. If we're here for fans, then make it a fan spectacle, not a car park circuit, which is turned into a 90-degree lefts. Bal says it's home of the Lions NFL team. 2, but not everyone has the unwanted relative that nobody talks about. Yep, I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 12 of those. As they swing through. Right, 20 laps to go then. 81 of 100. Palou leads by 5 seconds, 5.797 to Power, who's right under pressure from Dixon. As they come back through into the braking zone, yellow is out, and Romain Grosjean has hit the wall. And Grosjean has knocked off his front left suspension, and the caution is out. Well, it had to happen, didn't it? 19 to go, and a grandstand finish. And Romain Grosjean is furious, punching the steering wheel in frustration, punching his own head.
3 crashes from 6 races coming into the season.
Yeah, we're waiting for team communication there, but that is also what we heard from Townsend Bell. 3 crashes this year already.
Why?
It's not good from Romain. Oh.
Just why?
Hey, this helps out Ericsson. This was the caution he wanted.
Yeah. Anyway, quick update, another strike in NASCAR.
Well, if you're listening in on USON, you're having a great time. And if you're watching on JB Motorsports, this race just took another turn, didn't it? Pit lane is open. Let's see how he did it. He's just, he touched the wall in entry with the rear suspension. He just sort of spat him out. He was coming out of turn 4, coming down through Bate Street, past the Detroit Windsor Tunnel, and just hit the wall. Look, he touches the rear tyre, sends him like a pendulum swinging into the wall and knocks off the suspension.
Insert Matt Gallagher, I am not okay. Insert Matt Gallagher scream.
And Grosjean kicks the collar. Yeah, go on.
This is Matt Gallagher and Charles Leclerc, but Joss T, Jess V, and Romain Grosjean.
I love how Jess says, what does it take for Grosjean to get good luck? I'm literally going to cry. Battle says Grosjean is out again. Mon Dieu. Tony Canal says, I feel like Graham cracks Rahul dad jokes, won't let it go. Could be his last year on the team. Les Incompetents. Yeah, Romain knows he's done. And look at him. He's on a face of somebody who knows he might not be in IndyCar much longer. That's a horrible thing to say, but 3 crashes in 6 races, it's not good enough. Now 4 in 7, wow.
I am not okay.
Come on, Romain, pick yourself up, mate. You've got this. That win is coming. That win is coming. Road America, I'm not there next week. Maybe something will happen in 2 weeks' time. Wave it to the fans.
Does that mean
good man.
If you're not there and Grosjean wins, you were the curse?
Possibly, because he hasn't won ever since I started commentating on him. He didn't win in Formula 1. In fact, he exploded in Formula 1 under my care.
About saying Grosjean should go to NASCAR because there's less corners to crash into.
He'd still find a way to crash.
That is true.
He crashed in an oval at the Indy 500 last year.
Yeah. Depending on how many laps they do, and depending on how many corners an IndyCar race is, because like 100 times 9 is 900. Then like if it's a 500 lap race, yeah.
Well, 500 miles, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, 500 miles, which...
200 laps, and he still managed to put it in the wall at one point. Jess says, I hope Grosjean wins when Tom and me are here, and if he wins, I demand the call to call the ending with Road America. Jess, I wouldn't have it any other way. It does sound like we're underwater, doesn't it? What's happening with our mics here up in the comms box? There we go. Sounds a little bit better. As Romain goes with Grosjean, I've been told to well, look at this, St. Petersburg. He was taken out by Scott McLaughlin. That wasn't his fault, to be fair, when he got hit into the wall. Yeah. I think it was unfair to even just say it was his fault. He got completely sort of pushed into that one, and it was 100% not his fault. So yeah, and then he crashed in the Indy 500, of course.
That wasn't your fault.
Call Romain Grosjean on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, I've been told I've got to use a lip mic for a little bit while they adjust a problem with the bus mixer. Go on.
I've heard, I know why we're sounding like we're underwater, because we are trying to.
Oh, is it fixed? Good.
Yeah, we are trying to
Hey.
unalive ourselves as Roman Grosjean fans.
He crashes
After
after the
that.
midpoint of the race. Yeah. Yes.
I am never wearing a Roman Grosjean shirt ever again.
Omi, are you feeling all right?
Even though I've never worn one.
Yeah, Omi, are you feeling all right? Ferrari did have a great day today, did they, in the F1? I don't know your feelings on the matter.
I think Omi's still away.
Well, yellows breed yellows, and it's time for Ian Birch's famous saying, 15 laps to go, anything can happen. It's going to be fantastic. We love Detroit.
Newgarden has no push to pass.
Oh, let's go down pit road.
Below 53, power 49.
They can build that up once again on this restart.
I mean, the car is certainly strong.
He did crash the PC when he went iRacing.
We're quite confident he's going to be able to check out. We obviously need to get through the restart. We had a problem on the previous one with got stuck between gears. He was able to clear it pretty late, but obviously he got jumped. He was able to get power back, but we're confident the car will be strong. So,
how concerned are you that might crop up again under this caution, Barry?
Actually, we don't have any concerns, and he also knows how to clear it faster now. You know, we practice it, we go over it, but there's so many things that can go wrong. It's hard to remember how to actually clear it when it happens.
There you go.
So.
There you go. Alex Palou gave up that 5-second lead with this caution, Kevin. This restart should be interesting to watch.
Mike Hull is on the stand for Scott Dixon. I heard your driver say, I've got speed, I just can't go anywhere. With a restart, can he go somewhere now?
Well, that's why they have the race. We'll find out. We have a really good car. In fact, we have 4 good cars in the race, obviously. So we got Alex Palou and Scott Dixon up at the front, and 2 really hard chargers back in the back. And this is street racing, so let's see what happens.
No fuel concerns here at this point. By the way, that's Mike Hull. Let's check in on Kyle Kirkwood. We started to tell that story, who was charged from damage at the beginning of the race. Before this caution, they were already thinking about this scenario. Let's listen.
So you are faster than all the cars ahead of you, but just barely. So I think what we want to do here is let's just save our tires, save everything we got. So if we get a restart, we can attack.
Oh.
Let's remember.
This is going to be fun, fun, fun. Let's take a look back at Kyle Kirkwood in the United States. This is the caution that helps him out. He's up into P6. And this is what happened last time out. Tyre in the wall, upside down. The tyre hitting a Chevrolet in the car park. Everyone okay. The woman who car it was worked at the track and she was told by the local marshal to park there. Expensive. But luckily everyone was okay. Dramatic. He ended up the 500 upside down, bringing out a red flag in the last 15 laps. Guess what? There's 15 laps to go here, and we are in for a grandstand finish again. Yellows breed yellows, Josh, and we set the precedent that if we have another caution, we go red.
Yeah, well, yellows breed yellows normally, well, at the Indy 500 last week. Reds breed reds, as I believe we're coming towards the restart.
Here we go again. What are we going to see? Palou leading this one. Fingers crossed. We'll restart with 14 laps to go. Is Power going to do another one of his demon restarts? Green flag here at Detroit. Palou leads with Power second once again. Power's got a great slipstream on the run down towards turn number 3. But he's going to have to do a late lunge to try anything. Caution down again.
Malukas
has hit the wall. And Malukas has caused a yellow again. And he's broken. That's down. That's not even before the green flag. He's crashed at the finish line. Yeah, he has. What? How's he done that? Yellow, yellow, yellow.
I finished dinner, by the way, but Grosjean, why?
I know. Well,
are you okay?
No.
I thought not. I thought he wouldn't be. I heard he wouldn't be. Malukas is getting out of the car. Double yellows out there. So, here we go again. We'll restart with about 10 to go. Let's see how he did it. Oh, he just hit the wall. Oh, just touched it.
I have a feeling we're going to have a similar finish to Indy, like we did to the Indy 500.
Don't want that. Right, oh, we're going to have it though, aren't we? Right, let's go over to Tom Gaynor. Get all the latest.
It's not been the 8 cautions that we saw at Nashville, but it's unravelled ever so slightly. It's a tricky place, this Detroit Grand Prix circuit, with the bumps, with the marbles. If you make one mistake, those bumps put you offline, then you're a passenger. As soon as you get on those marbles, the car will just be taking a walk to the wall. And that's why we're seeing some clumsy incidents. I'm super impressed with Carl Kirkwood in 6th place. And then he's got the 2 Arrow McLarens ahead of him. But don't forget, it was Callum Ilott heading down to turn 3 on the opening lap of the race who ran into the back of Carl Kirkwood. The rear wing was destroyed. He made 2 pit stops under that caution period. And then he now finds himself back up into 6th place.
Okay, well, I'm coming back because we saw that, Josh. Yeah, we saw it. Just quickly, though, we need a question, because Upright Fossil desperately wants to know as well, Adam wants to know. We need a breakdown of who had for dinner. I had stew, a meat stew, which, if Bal, you're watching, that's Parker's favourite from Thunderbirds. Stew, me favourite. Okay, Obi, what did you have for dinner?
Am I unmuted? There we go.
Yeah, what did you have for dinner?
I just had some roast potatoes. Done.
Oh, very nice. Josh, what about you? Have you eaten yet? I hope you've eaten.
I am not okay.
Well, I know that, but continue.
I had Chinese.
Oh, takeaway or fresh?
Takeaway.
Very nice, very nice. Proper way to do a 500.
That explains the voice of.
Yes, I see. Well, the voice of Joshua Birch is having coughing fits every time we throw it down to Tom Gaymore. My voice is at the end of its tether because we've been commentating non-stop since 2 a.m. That's 20. Count it, ladies and gentlemen. 20 hours we've been working here on JB Motorsports. If this hasn't done anything for our viewing figures with everything, I don't know what will. Oh, I know. How about the Le Mans 24-hour in 7 days' time? Want to join? Saturday to Sunday, we will be live for all of that race. Over 300 to 400 laps of the Circuit de la Sarthe in France. You can join the whole team at JB Motorsports. That'll be with you throughout the weekend in rotating shifts as well. All starts Wednesday. Streams are up tomorrow for the 24-hour Le Mans, the third part of the Triple Crown. Let's go down to Penske's team walk.
I mean, he's been hanging in there. We've had, a competitive car. I think Palou had a problem, but, I think we got pace too. We just got to see, as long as they're about equal on push to pass, I think it's going to be a dogfight to the end. I mean, he's a top competitor, so I hope we got something with the Verizon Chevy today.
Hey, and Diff, guess who's directly across from the 12 pit box? Flava Flav, the new Will Power fan, trying to cheer his guy to victory.
Well, we'll see if he can get it.
Flava Flav is watching there. I'll tell you what, though. Bal says, I had stew for dinner, my lady, and I hate it all up. Fantastic. I had stew for dinner, my lady. My brother has actually interviewed Parker as well, the actor who played him, and he originally played the Daleks as well in Doctor Who. So my mother's spoken to him as well, and he did the accent as well. So David Graham as well, who played Parker, my brother's interviewed him as well, so that was fun. And the late great as well, Bernard Cribbins, who was the voice of the Wombles as well, and was in Doctor Who, was Wilfred Mott, Donna's granddad, and will be in the latest episodes of Doctor Who as well. He filmed it just before he died. My brother also interviewed him during his life, and I can always remember this as well. I'll never forget it in my life. It was, when was it? It was 2010. It was Christmas 2010, and it was just after David Tennant had regenerated and Wilf was in the episode as well. So it must have been just in early New Year 2010. And it's in the Christmas period, and the house phone rings, and I answer it, and I go, hello, with 23548, because that's our number. It's changed since then, so don't go anywhere. But yeah, I answer it as well, and literally, I hear on the phone, oh, hello, it's Bernard Cribbins here. I'm just checking to see if I've done the interview with David, my brother. I was like, oh, yeah, hold on, I'll go get him. Internal me screaming that it's Bernie Griffiths on the phone. So yeah, voice of the Wombles and Wilfred Mott is fantastic. Anyway, here we go, coming for the green flag. Yellows breed yellows again, but we've got 9 to go. Green flag, and this time Power is much closer to Below as he pulls to the outside line down towards turn 3. Power's known for doing the comeback. Is he going to do the old switcheroo? No, he's going to try around the outside into turn 3. Powell makes a mistake. Power gets tagged. Oh, he got tagged by Dixon, and Power's in trouble. Power got tagged by Dixon. He's in trouble. He's lost 2 places. But no, Dixon's in the wall. He's got going again. Power has revenge immediately. Tags the side of Dixon, and it's chaos. Cars moving left and right. Herta to the inside. We stay green. Wow, Josh, that was unbelievable.
What just happened?
Power
That
lost
was
it.
absolutely insane.
I will never see that again. And now on the inside, there goes the 3. That's Newgard, that's McLaughlin passing Herta for 10th. Ericsson's in 9th. Power's dropped to 3rd. Dixon's dropped to 5th. Small changes, but big gaps. And Rossi's going for 2nd. Palou in the lead with 8 to go. 9 to go, sorry. Fantastic stuff. Bell says I'm having bangers and mash after the race. Upright Fossil 24 hours. That means watch, nap, eat, loo, repeat, and repeat, and repeat again. Well, for us, it's commentate, 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 commentate. It never changes. It never stops. There's a replay look, Josh. So Power's round the outside. Then Palou locks up. And that forces Power to cut back on the inside line. Dixon's already gone for an undercut attempt. Dixon touches the back. Power comes up on 2 wheels. He comes crashing down, drops down 2 gears as well. He goes into anti-stall, gets the car back up into position as well. And then all hell breaks loose as well. Is that a car? What's that? It's down the AMR safety team. What's happened? Have we gone yellow? Yeah, we've got full course yellow. That's why. Stingray Rob, for the 2nd time today, has ended up down the wall, and is somebody else off? Well, we've got Stingray Rob in the shoot-off, but the AMR safety team are running somewhere else. What's happened? We've got...
Is that a little bit of black on Stingray Rob's side pod? Is there? Let's have a look.
Is there a car?
The number 14 is down there on the driver track as well.
There it is. That's at turn 3. Santina Ferrucci's been pushed back. What's happened there, then? Ferrucci said, can you refire me, please, as the tram goes past. We're under caution again. While we were looking at that replay, Stingray Rob stuck down. Here is the replay. Oh, so that's Stingray Rob and Santina Ferrucci making contact. Ferrucci locks up. Stingray's got nowhere to go but down the escape road, and Ferrucci touching the barrier as well. And this is Power on. This is the Power move again, Josh. So it's on board look. So he tries to go on the outside. Palou locks up. Power's going to get tagged. Listen to the car. Couldn't select gear. That lets Rossi through. Dixon's there. Power goes on the inside, understeers, and forces Dixon wide. So instant karma for Scott Dixon, and a yellow out again.
Gets a helping hand round the corner, does Will Power there.
You get a bye with a little help from my friends. A little bit of Motown for you, the Motown Grand Prix.
We can blame BAL for that caution.
It's getting fun at the moment. So, 7 laps to go. We're going to have a short restart. I wonder if we'll go red at any point. I really wonder if we do go red. What they're going to throw here? Not me quickly Googling Motown songs to say at the finale as Benjamin Pedersen refires.
So,
that's a Beatles reference.
5 to go.
Not Motown dies. What did I say?
Or 6 to go.
What did I say? I get by with a little help from my friends. Is that me? Oh, I don't know. I always thought it was Motown. It was done in the Motown segment in the West End. Let's get up pit road with McLaren.
His life, but that was a lot of work even at that.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work all day. Really proud of this Arrow McLaren group. They've done a great job. Alex done a great job on the racetrack. Got him in a good position here. It's going to be pretty crazy for the last couple laps here.
I never thought of this place as that much opportunity, and you had some adversity earlier today, so how have you kept Alex in the game?
We're just going to do our best we can here. We got him on a good tire here. We're going to get the 1 to go sign here, and let's go see what we can do.
All right, looking at the 7 car, Brian Barnhart.
That's looking good. We're coming to the restart there as well. Let's see what we have in this race. I've now literally got it as well. Well, I think ABC, but that's it's a shame. What a shame ABC aren't broadcasting this race, Josh. We could have had ABC. Ain't as easy as 1, 2, 3. This is fantastic. What a fantastic run. Palou coming in, though. The young Spanish heart coming through. Can he take a win? He got the pole position last time out. Are we coming to the green? No. I think it's going to be 5 to go, Josh. Oh, sorry, Omi. Sorry, I thought... Who spoke? It was you, Josh. Go on. Someone spoke.
Josh, you're on mute, by the way. Josh, T.
That's it.
Right. My excuse is... I am using my Stream Deck to mute my Discord, not using my sound mixer, because then I don't have to keep changing the volume on it.
Ah, clever.
So, I'm not touching my sound mixer, so I can keep talking and then mute.
To be fair, I'm glad I got
then,
Stevie Wonder in this one. I got Motown Stevie Wonder. You could say it was superstitious of me.
Oh.
Oh, and just announced Hocus Pocus 3. Third time's a charm. So they're going to do a third Hocus Pocus film. Well, this is turning into a great night.
I predicted 5 to go. It looks like we are going to go
Yep,
to
here we
green
go
with
again.
5 to go.
Well, let's see what's going to happen then. 6 become 5 to go. You don't need to be the Jackson 5 to realise what's going to happen next. Will we go green? Will we go red? Will we get the checkers? About to find out. Here in Detroit, the racing continues. Palou versus Rossi. Power back in the mix. It's a 5-lap dash in Motown to decide who wins the Detroit Grand Prix. Green flag, race on. Is this the last one we will get as we head down towards turn number 3? Palou's got a much better restart. Power's got to focus on getting by Rossi. Rosenquist just behind him as he head down to turn 1. They screen by the camera. Power tries round the outside. Rossi goes defensive. Rosenquist cuts the inside in turn 3. Power gives him just enough room. He gets on the exit. Rossi has a bit of a twitch, and Power pounces into turn 5. Power back to second due to Rosenquist's twitch, and that hasn't worked. Lock up from Rosenquist, just avoids hitting the back. Side by side, Newgarden with Ericsson and Armstrong. They stay green. Closing through. Good restart there, Josh, as the two McLarens battle out. Coming down into turn 8, down at Water Street.
Yeah, that was Dixon looking down the inside of Rosenquist in turn 8. Still looking down, no doubt he'll get that move done in turn 3. Actually, he's going down the inside into turn 1 is Rosenquist on Rossi.
That's never an opportunity to overtake, and Rosenquist and Rossi side by side. Rossi fights back. Here comes Jay Dixon as Power sets off with 4 to go on Palou. It's not over yet here as the McLarens go side by side. Here comes Dixon now, side by side with Rosenquist, and through, 3 wide. Here comes Carl Kirkwood. He backs out of it, very wise. Dixon goes late as McLaughlin and Ericsson and Armstrong go side by side. Herter comes in too late, nearly takes out all of them, runs in deep, loses 2 positions to Newgarden as well. He's coming to pressure for VK, and Ericsson in the mix as well, gets past, in past as well, Marcus to Scott McLaughlin. This is fantastic stuff in the end of this race. Newgarden to 10th, Ericsson holding up McLaughlin. Wow!
It really is. You're jumping the gun a bit there, Josh. Moto 2 is next week, not this week.
I've lost out where I'm going as we see McLaughlin coming through, nearly hitting Ericsson into the wall. I've lost out where we're going. This is insane. Ericsson's now blocking everybody. The gap is now, what, 2 seconds? He's gone mad. Power's got to find an attack. He's got foot there. Palou and Power put up 4 seconds. 37 seconds of push to pass left for Power. 33 left for Alex Palou. They're just about the same. As Ericsson is just holding up.
In it.
3 to go. So much tighter. Everyone getting damage on this one. The two McLarens now battling out again. Dixon's coming in as well. Battle for the podium is on between Rossi, Rosenquist, Dixon, Kirkwood and Armstrong.
Harvey overtakes VK for 17th.
Oh, there's
VK now down
debris.
to 18th. Look, there's a big bit of debris there.
Are they going to throw the yellow for that? Oh, it's right on the racing line. Drivers might hit it. They're not careful.
Is that Herta?
It
Or
could
did
be.
he change it?
I don't think Herta did. I think it could be Herta's wing. No, it is Herta's wing. You're right, Josh. It's fallen off finally. Herta's wing's come off with 2 to go. Well, they might be waiting for the field to go through, and a marshal might run out and get it, and we might just stay under local yellow. They can do that. It's not going to be too long, but Herta's wing has fallen off. I'm surprised it didn't end up in the wall. I'm surprised it held on for that long, to be fair. But either way, 2 to go. And this is how it fell off, Josh.
Here's the replay.
Oh, yeah, it's hit the wall, hasn't it? Ah. Where did it come off? Can't see.
It's not there. Oh. That was a massive slide through 4.
Got hit by
This
VK.
is where he lost it.
On the inside of VK. VK finally just lodges it. Oh, McLaren's! Rosenquist on the inside, pushing Rossi. Rosenquist nearly sliding, and Rossi hits the wall. He carries on. Dixon round the outside. Rossi's got no control of the car. Dixon knows it. They're just making it through a one-corner section, and Dixon's to 4th. Rosenquist to 3rd. Rossi down to 5th. Well, this race has turned up to 11, hasn't it? Are you ready? 99 problems. The white flag ain't won. Palou takes the white flag. Power second by 1.1 second. 16 seconds of push to pass left for Palou. 19 for Power. But Alex Palou might just take the race win. Power's trying everything. But Palou is going fast, fast, fast.
Yeah, well, 1 minute.
Not going to happen there. It's clean
Okay.
through 3. Smooth
is-
runs. Go on.
Perfect timing. NASCAR's getting ready to roll. IndyCar's finishing. This is great for IndyCar and NASCAR fans as Palou's entering the final couple of corners through 7.
Alex Palou took pole position in the Indy 500, got crashed out in the pit lane, took pole position here. It's Redemption Day in Motown. Alex Palou exits the last corner and takes the double checkered flag to win on the streets of Michigan.
Detroit.
Will Power is second.
Awesome job.
Rosenquist third. Dixon
he had
fourth,
to-
Rossi in 5th. That race came to a brilliant end. Palou on the top. Fantastic race.
Wow.
Well, I can't wait to see what's next in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one.
Will Power second, Rosenquist third, Dixon 4th, Rossi 5th. Well, the action here in Detroit has been something else. But I heard on the grapevine that the green-coloured car is number 1. Top 10 to P1. Ain't no margin high enough. 3 Kiwis in top 8. I'm a happy old man, says Gavin Jones. Thank you for your work this weekend, Josh and team. Well done, all our team. That's it, all done. We've done it all. Well done to all our broadcast team this weekend. Well done to everyone watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Bal says, might as well just making the Detroit 5 laps next year. Teammates, huh? Yeah. Well, that turned out pretty damn good in the end. It did, didn't it? Palou, says, all right, Fossil. You're an Aussie, Gavin. Stop taking credit, says Tony as well. Same continent. What did you make of that amazing race? It was up and down, wasn't it? But we got some Motown magic in the end.
Yeah, it started off pretty quiet with a few dramatic moments, but, right at the end, when the caution started coming, it was all dramatic, it was all action, right till the end. Absolutely love that. What a great way to end the day, isn't it?
It
Great
really is.
way to end this tricky weekend for us, but it's been a really action-packed weekend.
I don't know if Tina Turner... I don't remember music that well to say if Tina Turner was in Motown at all. I know she was a very famous pop artist as well, but for Tina Turner, I think I'll take a word from her book in the Motown race here. Simply the best from Alex Palou today. An absolute domination performance. Gavin says, he's all going there as well. Rod says, good job. Gavin says, never been called that before, but brilliant insult, Tony. Eddie says, Chip Ganassi has a secret underground track. They tested secret all year. They should always win. Well, Chip Ganassi is taking it here. And that has been fantastic. There's Rossi. He looks okay to me. What do you think? Rossi actually looks smiles. He's finished in 5th position. It's a great result with normal points in this one. And the 500. It hasn't changed the championship that much.
Yeah, wow.
The car's coming in to the 1-2. They've done an extra 2 laps now. What are they doing? Why? Oh, it's donut time. Oh, that's a bit careful there for Palou in front of the fans down at turn 3. The action of all the scenes today. Does a little donut for us.
Kirkwood was like, whoa there, buddy.
Last week,
I'm
Ganassi
here.
win was what I needed, says that right. Fossil, yeah. So close to Ericsson. So close to him having a second win. But nope, it went to
Okay,
Newgarden.
Waltrip's phone was not smashed.
Hey! Oh, is it an iPhone? It must be. If it didn't smash.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised it didn't smash. Alex Palou coming in then. We'll hear in winners. Victory lane. Winner's circle. Moment of the race from Penzo. It's the P1 award to a fight back to an amazing race win. Alex Palou wins on the streets of Michigan in Detroit, taking the double checkered flag. Team like it, we like it, everybody likes it. What a race, it was good, that was a good race. I miss Belial, of course I miss Belial, but that was a good one. Here's the race results then, after this one as well. In total, we've completed 101 laps. Here is your full results. Alex Palou takes victory with Will Power in second. Felix Rosenquist goes third. Scott Dixon is fourth. Alexander Rossi fifth. Carl Kirkwood sixth. Scott McLaughlin is seventh. Marcus Armstrong eighth. Marcus Ericsson is ninth. Joseph Newgarden rounds out the top 10. Colton Herter is 11th with Devlin Di Francesco in 12th. Simon Pagenaud 13th. Augustin Canapino is 14th. Connor Daly 15th. Christian Lundgaard 16th. It's 17th for Jack Harvey. Venus VK 18th. Helio Castroneves is 19th. Benjamin Pedersen is 20th, Santino Ferrucci 21st, Stingray Rob 22nd, 23rd David Malukas, 24th Roman Grosjean, Graham Rahal 25th, Pato Award 26th, and Callum Mylon in 27th place. Let's get down and hear from our winner, Alex Palou.
Too many bumps, too much traffic. How did you make it look so easy?
Oh man, the number 10 Ridgeline Lubricants car was on point today. Honda gave us everything we needed with fuel mileage and all the power, so super proud of the job we did. Was tricky at the end, man, with those tires. Couldn't really get into temperature, but super proud.
Barry Wanzer comes in with a hug.
Awesome.
Yeah, so talk to me about those final few restarts. How worried were you? Because power got by you on one of them when you had that gearbox issue.
Yeah, I mean, we had an issue that probably was my fault, but then it got stuck there. Couldn't really upshift.
The boss, Chip Ganassi, comes in as well.
And then he was on alternate, so I couldn't really get into temperature. So yeah, proud that we got it back and that we got another win this year.
You are now plus 51 in the championship standings. Is this starting to feel like your championship year, Alex?
No, not yet. It's too early. I mean, I wish we could say that, but yeah, we'll keep focused on next few races. There's a few that I really love coming now, so yeah, we'll keep on pushing.
Were you carrying a little extra motivation after what was a very frustrating 500 when you felt like you had the car to beat this weekend?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I wasn't really frustrated. It's Indy. We know how difficult it is to win, so I was proud that we made a huge comeback, that we had one of the best cars, if not the fastest. So happy that we're now on victory lane again.
Alex Palou, dominant here on the streets of Detroit, gets his second win in the last 3 races, Dave.
Marty checking in now with Alexander Rossi. He's been talking it over with the crew. It was a day that went from 13th to 5th, and then 5th to 2nd, and then 2nd back to 5th with a little, I'd say, aggressive driving from you and your teammate out there. How do you see it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got given those spots kind of on that 3rd to last restart, so we kind of inherited 2nd and then kind of ended up back where we started. So it was a good day overall. You know, I think the pace was good. I think the team did an amazing job in pit lane. The strategy was right. I'm happy with everything. So yeah, we'll take another top 5 and move on to Road America.
So you're the new guy there, McLaren. Did you feel like that was good racing with Felix?
We'll discuss it internally.
Okay. Very good. Understand it's a day that saw a lot of action out there in this one between teammates, Marty.
Let's chat with Felix Rosenqvist about that same situation. Alex said we'll discuss it internally. Your take on your move on Alexander Rossi. We kind of ran him wide. Was it fair racing in your opinion?
I mean, I was on the inside, and he squeezed me quite a lot on the first apex, so I had to run into him. Otherwise, I was going to clip the left wall, and you know, on the exit, it's just you're racing out of the corner. So I think I was a fair bit ahead. So I mean, yeah. He played it hard on entry, and I played it hard on exit, so I think it was fair. I mean, we'll discuss it. It's never optimal to do that with teammates, but if you race hard, you have to race hard back, so it's all good.
Is this one of those things, considering where you are, Felix, you don't have a ride for next year? You have to fight for every inch that you can get for yourself?
I mean, I race the same every race. I don't think there's anything to do with the future. I mean, I'm not worried about my future. I'm racing as hard as I can every race, and I mean, it's always tough out there in IndyCar. Like, I shouldn't be ashamed of being elbows out. So I think it's all fair play. IndyCar is tough, and obviously I don't want to race teammates too much. It's never fun, but that's the way it is. And you know, it's IndyCar.
And you agree with Alex? This is something you'll have a chat about, maybe even today with him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's something you want to talk about. I mean, he raced. I mean, he's hard but fair, and I think I'm the same. You know, we never want to put each other in the wall or anything, and unfortunately we race each other every race this year. We've kind of been around each other, so you know, it's a good luxury to have. We're normally at the front in our McLaren, and yeah, that's how it is.
Another great showing for Felix Rosenqvist. He had to fight for it, Kevin, but on the podium here in Detroit.
There was a lot of fighting here today. The six-time champion Scott Dixon comes home fourth. What did you take away from your day? I know you felt like you had a fast car. Did you have a chance to move forward?
Yeah, I definitely think the PNC Bank number 9 was probably the quickest car, to be honest. You know, it was so easy to stay close. We could kind of close gaps when we needed to, but, you know, track position was key. And we had to burn a lot of OT, especially on the first few laps, obviously on the green tire there that was wearing out and trying to keep people behind. And then the first pit stop exchange, we pitted early, and then obviously had a lot of overlap going on. So, yeah, with the 12, you know, sorry to him for collecting him. You know, I think he kind of paid back with the dive bomb into 5, which, you know, whatever. Is what it is, but yeah, on that last stop, I think I should have used more OT to clear the 12 and make that a bit easier, and then, you know, had the pace with the 10. But huge congrats to Alex and the team on the 10 car side. They've been super fast and you know, drove super well today. So it was definitely hairy there at the end, man.
There are always a lot of unknowns with the new event, especially a street course. What did you take away from this? What did you think?
It's wild, man. I had a lot of fun. You know, the car was super difficult. The track was difficult. You know, I like to call it, had a lot of character. You know, it was interesting, but very difficult on the restarts. And, you know, then these things aren't meant to be easy. So I had a lot of fun, just frustrated with how my day went and not getting the most out of, you know, a really good car.
Scott Dixon moves from 5th to 4th in the championship, Marty.
Let's hear the other side of that story with Will Power. What was your take on the contact with Scott Dixon? He said you paid him back a little bit later.
The contact, yeah, I didn't even know he was there. I feel bad if it affected his race. I was on the outside. I was going to cut back to try get Palou in the next corner, and then obviously I felt the contact. I'd like to see it. Yeah. I didn't want that. Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that totally. Yeah, he just went in deep, and it is slippery there. Got into me. I thought it was over then because I couldn't get out of neutral. Then I made sure I got back up the inside of him the next one. Yeah, great day. I did everything I could to get Palou. I just couldn't. He's too quick, man. Too good today.
Talk to me about all those restarts, Will. Were you thinking with each one, I'm going to try something different? Certainly something's going to work.
That second one where Dixon got into me, I'd already showed Palou my trick to throw it back down the inside, so I figured he's going to cover there. So I was kind of I didn't know exactly what to do there. I kind of committed to the outside to cut back, and then didn't think someone would get into me. But that's racing, man. This is IndyCar right now. It's so tough, and I'm just so grateful and blessed to do this for a living. And there's never a day where you can complain about this, no matter where you finish, even if you don't finish. It's a great job.
I have to ask you about your new best friend, Flava Flav. I mean, he was literally across from your pit stall all day long, hanging over the railing, trying to cheer you to victory. There he is right there cheering you on.
That is the highlight of the weekend. Flava Flav wearing my shirt, man. And he came on the truck on the parade lap. And, like, the people back in Toowoomba, my friends, are like, dude, just quit racing now. You have made the top. We all used to listen to Public Enemy, and they would never believe that I would actually be hanging out with Flavor Flav. That is nuts.
I got to tell on you, he told Tim Cindric yesterday, you have one job this weekend, and it's to get Flavor Flav over here to hang out with me. He not only hung out with you, now he's the biggest Willpower fan on the planet.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go to Vegas and hang out with him. I have to go out, and maybe we'll do a rap together.
There you go, Dave. Kevin is not Flavor Flav's best friend is Willpower.
So before that, Marty, you were talking about contact on the track. Some of the other contact was between Romain Grosjean and Scott McLaughlin. How did that affect your day finishing 7th, Scott?
Oh, destroyed it. Basically, we got into turn 1 there. The pit entry is a little bit awkward, but he just dove straight for the apex. I was sort of like committed to try and, I was braking as deep as I could, and he just went straight to the apex, and I had nowhere to go. So, I mean, yeah, there's a duty of care there from all of us to get out of there cleanly, and I just don't think he really cared where I was, just turned across my nose, but it is what it is. Gallagher Chevy was fast. Just last few laps, man. The last restart, we hammered through them. I think we started 12th, something, come through to 7th. So reasonable recovery, but yeah, overall pretty gutted with the day.
I mean, it seems like it's more frustrating because you and I talked about it. You came in with the right attitude. You believed you could pass cars here, and your car was good. Yeah,
it was, and he got me at the start, and I think someone hit me at the start. I can't remember who, and it sort of upset me. And Grosjean got the inside, and then he was really slow on his greens, and it just pushed us back in the black tyre, and yeah, it sort of, from there, it was just a fight. But I think we would have come out, behind Rossi or something like that. But, overall, really proud of the guys and girls. They gave me a great car and a really good bounce-back weekend. But unfortunately, it felt like, it could have been a little bit better.
Well done hanging on. Kevin?
Kyle Kirkwood had a really impressive recovery. Hit at the beginning. You're at the back. How did you end up 6th? Maybe with a chance for more.
Yeah, we stuck with our gut there. We had a really fast race car. We've known that all weekend long. So we kind of used that to our advantage there. We had some really close racing there. I got hit in behind right there, as you saw. So we cycled back to 27th, which was super unfortunate, but that's part of IndyCar sometimes. Sometimes it's out of your control, and I've had a lot of those this year, unfortunately. But we stuck with our gut. We did the same strategy we planned on doing, and it cycled us in the front of a lot of cars. We were able to pass a lot of cars because of our pace, and we had great pit stops. So, I mean, everything kind of played in our favor there. We cycled out to P6, which I thought was phenomenal. I was very happy with that. I was ready to finish right there. I was kind of ready for that race to be over with, to be honest. And we had those couple yellows there at the end, and everyone was just throwing haymakers, and I was just trying to stay out of it, keep my nose clean, because I figured something would happen. Nearly cycled out into P3 on one of the first restarts. But yeah, no, we ended up 6th. We stayed 6th the entire time, and I was just happy to finish that race in the top 10. That was just my second best IndyCar finish, so I'll take it from being 27th early on today.
Pretty good for Kyle Kirkwood on street races. He won at Long Beach and comes home with a 6th here today, Marty.
Let's talk with Chip Ganassi, the winning owner here on the streets of Detroit. It's always significant when you win in Detroit, isn't it, Chip? But how did Alex Palou make it look so easy? I'll ask you what I asked him.
That's a good question. I don't have the answer to it. I mean, the guy, he just took to this place when we got here. I know he was complaining about the track yesterday, but I think it's his new favorite track today.
I would say so. Were you surprised after what seemed like a fairly clean race, Chip, that there were so many restarts at the end?
Yeah, I mean, it was just, guys realizing, a lot of these places we go, you can only make up time on a restart or on a pit stop. And so that's a time sometimes you see some incidents from time to time.
He gained 20 points in the championship standings today, which is crazy to do in one race. So Is it starting to feel like to you his championship run of a few years ago?
No, I don't know. I don't look at that I don't look at that sort of thing till we get a little further into the season. I mean, we got a lot of season to go, a lot of races to do yet, and we're looking forward to it.
There you go. Chip Ganassi wins in the streets of Detroit, Dave, and a happy owner, always a good thing to have.
Now, the Chip Ganassi driver was Marcus Ericsson, who ended the day in 9th position on a little bit different strategy, but that was kind of dictated by you had to come in a little bit different time early.
Yeah, we had a strange first stint. We did a really good start, overtook a couple of cars in the start, and was settling in nicely in 5th, and then suddenly from one lap, the tires were just gone. Completely gone, which was weird because this morning we did a long run on the greens, had no tire wear, So it was really, really strange. Caught us off guard because we had to, we had to box because we were just hanging on and then couldn't really drive around. So had to go to a 3-stopper, and on this place with the difficulty to overtake, we had to, come back from 16th, 17th and sort of fight our way back to a top 10. So overall, still, happy with that sort of recovery, but it was a tough afternoon for sure.
And I don't think your car was immune from a little tick here, a little tick there. How hard was it to get through the streets of Detroit this weekend?
It was very hard. The streets here are bumpy and rough, and the walls are hard, and I feel like I got hit from each side and front and back, and I was in the wall with the left and the right side, so it was a proper fight out there, proper street fight, but it was fun, it's a fun race, but yeah, that first stint just hurt us a lot, but still happy we could, recover and do another top 10. It's just 7 top 10s in a row to start the season, so pretty happy with that still.
And you eyeballed the points real quick, still doable from where you are?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Alex is looking strong. He's driving fantastic, and congrats his win today, and to Ganassi for that. But we're in the hunt. We're P2. I'm excited. It's a long season, so let's do it.
Attitude's good. Let's get it done, Lee.
3 of the top.
What a race here at Belle Isle. And what's up next? Well, it's the Sonoma Grand Prix at Road America. That's next up. 13 days, 19 hours, 10 minutes, and around about 10 seconds away as well. 55 laps that race will be. 4.048 miles as well. Myself and Josh would be there because, unfortunately, it clashes with the Canadian Grand Prix. So Tom Dillon and Jessica Ball will take you through that one as well. It's established back in 1955. It's one of the best circuits on the calendar. Now, we're just trying to see as well, but I don't think they've updated the standings yet. They haven't, which is a shame as well. But coming up to the comms box one more time to wrap up from today, chaps. What an absolute insane race as well. Josh, let's get your thoughts on it first here at Detroit. Better than Belle Isle, or is it just as okay? I think Belle Isle was better.
Can we bring Belle Isle back, please?
Yeah. It's a fun race. Alternate, maybe?
One thing. Just one thing. Bring it back.
What if we alternate? One on this circuit, Michigan, one at the Belle Isle.
Alternate, but do some modifications to this circuit.
I'd agree with that. Omi, what did you make of the IndyCar race today then? What did you make of it all?
It all came alive at the end, but throughout at the beginning, it was alright, but then the ending was brilliant. Yeah, I've enjoyed it though. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and yep. Obviously I won't probably be watching it live next time out due to the clashes with Canada, but yeah, I'll probably go and watch it back after.
Certainly do, and it's a bit disappointing actually that I'm going to miss the next one at Road America. Whoever decided to put it on the same time, thank you very much. Well, actually, I will be there for the start because technically the Formula 1 starts at 7, so I'll be there for the first 55 minutes at least. So I'll be there and then leaving before the end. So I'll be there for half of it, but we'll have all the coverage of Ken. But the big news coming in, of course, has to be Le Mans. It's part of our Triple Crown now coming up as well. So join us. Wednesday, we're live for Free Practice 1, qualifying, and then Free Practice 2. Thursday, live, Free Practice 3, Hyperpole, then going in as well for Free Practice 4. We have Friday off, but we've got MotoGPs coming in there, live coverage of Practice 1 and Practice 2. Then on Saturday morning, we've got Practice 3 and qualifying for MotoGP, warm-up for Le Mans, and then we've got the sprint race for MotoGP straight after. It goes green as well for all the action from the Le Mans 24-hour race. And then on Sunday, we'll have coverage as well live of MotoGP's Italian Grand Prix. Moto 2, Moto 3, and the 2 Moto E races as well will be coming to you. Well, race 1 for Moto E will be live. Race 2 will be delayed coverage as well. But podium ceremony now taking place as well here in Belle Isle, which is absolutely fantastic news. Felix Rosenquist finishing in 3rd position. Will Power is 2nd. And Alex Palou taking P1 as well. The trophies now being handed out and with fantastic atmosphere. They keep coming through. That's what happened last time out of Road America, where we go next. Just Newgarden getting ahead then of Rossi last year in the 27. Newgarden won last time out and collected $1 million as well. And now Alex Palou will come onto the podium and take the top honours at the Detroit Grand Prix at Michigan. Fantastic race. It was up and down. I'd say I'd be alternate, but change the circuit back. Top honours to Palou. Well done, Alex. After a miserable 500 when he got taken out in the pit lane by VK, this is timely for him. He'll lift the top trophy as well and gets P1. That does us here then for the entire day at JB Motorsports. We've covered Formula E, Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1, IndyCar and the British Touring Car Championship. It's been a day that started at 2 a.m. and wraps up at 11 p.m. UK time. So my thanks for that as well. And who knows? I see it says, his voice is annoying, stop talking. Sure thing, believe me, I can't wait to stop talking. Been there all day. But you may say annoying, all I say is be kind. And that doesn't bother me because we've had an amazing group of people here today and an amazing group. I'll thank everyone in the chat as well for your comments throughout the race and all the fun talking points we've had as well. My thanks to Josh T and to Omi in the pit lane. My thanks also to the weekend, to the entire JB team, especially to Jess and Josh for streaming when I couldn't as well. That wraps us up here. We'll be back for the Le Mans 24-hour midweek as well, and then we'll be on for MotoGP. IndyCar is back in 2 weeks' time at Road America, but that's it. We're done. Detroit then. Ain't no mountain high enough for Alex Palou. I feel that emotion. He's done it. Fantastic win here in Detroit. Bye-bye.